Pulse Sports, I'm Guy, and today we got the Battle of Alberta again. Game 3 from Edmonton. Series is tied 1-1. Should be a really good one. The Oilers and Flames the Oilers won the last meeting. They won it 5-3. Very close affair until the third period, and then Zach Hyman scored a shorthanded goal, which ended up being the game winner, and then Leon Draisaitl scored on the breakaway, and that was the story. So, should be interesting to see how the Flames respond in Game 3, and if the Oilers can keep it going, if they can put up back-to-back wins and take a 2-1 series lead. I think it was important for the Oilers that they got the split in the Saddle Dome. I also think it was important that Connor McDavid continued to put points on the board, and it was important that Leon Draisaitl was able to put points on the board. So, yeah, I'm just waiting for the game to start here a little bit. I guess this game is on ESPN. Let's see here. It's just about 8 o'clock, so yeah, they should be starting within the next 5 minutes or so. I'm going to pull up my my control center here so I can see. Alright, I'm going to adjust the chat settings here. Okay. Sorry guys, I just wanted to enter that into the chat. So, if you guys have any topics of conversation that you want to have, like if you have like anything you want to talk about during like stoppages of play or intermission, feel free to drop that into the chat box, and I'll see it and then we'll talk about it. I will answer any questions. I will. Any topics you want to talk about doesn't necessarily have to be about the game. It could be about sports in general. Feel free to answer them. I'm gonna post on Instagram and Twitter that I'm going live, and then we will get it rolling here. Okay. Alright. Just sent out the tweet and then make an Instagram story. Here we go. Ready? Check this out. What's up, guys? I'm live for the Battle of Alberta. If you guys want to check that out, click the link in the bio. I hope to see you guys there. There we go. Oh, wait. No. That's all. Oh, that's on my wrong account. No, 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 delete that. No, that's on my personal account. No, I don't want that. I want that on my other account. Oh, man, it hasn't uploaded yet. I gotta. Damn it. Oh, I gotta wait. Okay, delete. Don't want that there. Okay, I always switch to. I always forget to switch accounts because I have my personal account and then I have the Pulse Sports account. Okay. Now we'll do it. What's up, guys? Guy here. Hope to see you guys all. I'm live for. Wait, hang on. That's not what I wanted. I gotta restart that. Gotta restart that. You gotta restart that. All right. Here we go. What's up, guys? It's Guy. I am live for the Battle of Alberta. If you guys want to check this out, click the link in the bio. Hope to see you guys there. Cool. All right. Well, now it's on the right account. That was it's a bit embarrassing. But yeah, we're just waiting on the game to start here. Just gonna take a little drink here. What is this? Pure Leaf. You guys had this before? It's pretty good. No shortcuts. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Hope you get some caffeine out of that. And I also got some water here for when that runs out. But yeah. So actually, I'm gonna just double check and make sure that the stream's working. I know last time I accidentally had double audio. I don't want to have that this time. So, let's see. Just to make sure it's working. But yeah, in the meantime, let's talk about this for a little second. Okay, so for the Oilers, Connor McDavid is scoring at a historic rate. What else is new? I mean, we knew that, right? He's having really good playoffs. 20 points in, 9 games? Yeah, I mean, he's in a league of his own right now. Leon Draisaitl has 7 goals, 8 assists, 15 points. He's great, too. The Oilers' bottom 6 is kind of concerning to me. Kyler Yamamoto has 2 goals, 3 assists for 5 points, and then everybody else, the other 5 forwards, Fogle, McLeod, Archibald, Ryan, and Cassian. Excuse me, they only have, 6 points combined? So that's, you don't really want that. You want your depth scoring to show up in the playoffs. Warren Fogle has nothing. He has no points in 6 games. So that's a bit concerning. But for the Oilers, they just gotta keep doing what they're doing. But it would really be nice for them if they could get some help from their bottom 6. For the Flames, Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah, Tkachuk. That's how you pronounce it. He's got 4 goals, 6 assists for 10 points. You know, he hits. He's a physical guy. There's no doubt about that. But the thing with him is, I just haven't seen him do. I've watched last game and a little bit of the first game. I just haven't seen him do. Well, he didn't do a whole lot in game 2. So I think if the Flames want to rebound, they're gonna need a spark from him, like off the rip, just go fight somebody, or score a goal in this game. Get nasty, and they're gonna look to a guy like him to ignite them throughout the course of this game. And I think that starts with something early on in the first period. Let's see what else for the Flames. Dylan Dubé doesn't have any points. Kind of concerning, but the Flames' bottom 6 is performing a lot better than the Oilers, I would say. They have more points, so they're getting secondary scoring. The Oilers aren't really. But for the Oilers, Duncan Keith scored his first playoff goal as an Oiler, so yeah, doing something good. But yeah, this series is not, I think we all knew the series wasn't going to be a sweep. I mean, the Flames came out and they were pretty convincing in game 1, but I don't think that I think we knew that they weren't going to just sweep the Oilers. This is a rivalry series. It's not going to be a sweep. So as it stands, who do I think has the edge? I would probably say maybe, I don't know. It's tough. I would still give the Flames the edge right now. I would still give the Flames the edge. Just because I feel like their bottom six is performing a lot better than the Oilers, but that could change at any moment. So, for now, I'm giving the edge to the Flames, but it's really a toss-up. I am going to pull up the stats sheet real quick, just so I can check the stats while the game is going. All right, so earlier today, the Lightning beat the Panthers 5-1, so they got them in an elimination game. Tomorrow, Lightning are up 3-0. Panthers could get swept in the second round after winning their first playoff series since 1996. The Rangers stole one from the Hurricanes 3-1. Carolina leads 2-1, and then this one is tied 1-1. We'll see who gets a 2-1 lead. Apparently Markstrom's stats against the Oilers are not very good, so that's something to keep an eye on. He is a Vezina finalist, so there's that. I just want this thing to start already. See, here's the thing. The game's supposed to start at 6, or I guess 8, right? Why? Like, what time is it? It's 8:15. They haven't even dropped the puck yet. It's like, if we're gonna puck drop at 8:15, say 8:15. You know, I don't know. All right, so we got the Flames in their road whites with the red numbers and the white trim, and then we got the Oilers in their navy alternates with the two-tone navy and orange. I'm not a fan of those jerseys. I said that before earlier in one of the other streams. I don't like the navy. It's hard to pick out the numbers on the navy, but I figured I'd give it a shot here. And because this game is going to be good. This entire series is going to be good. If I could, I would do this entire series, but I'm not going to be able to stream for the next 3 days. So the next opportunity I would have is Thursday. Let's see what games are on Thursday. This one. This game 5 would be on Thursday. Yeah. Maybe I would. We'll see. But yeah, that's that. You get the anthem singer in the crowds. That's kind of weird. Never see that before. Usually they have them at center ice, but no, they got the anthem singer in the crowd. Interesting. Yeah, never seen that before. So we should be starting any second now. They're still wrapping up the anthem. But it's good. Oh, you know what though? I will give the edge to the Oilers because Ben Stelter is in the building. Yeah, his dad posted on Instagram that Ben is going to be in the building tonight. So I changed my mind. I'm giving the edge to the Oilers. They got a really good record when Ben is in the building. I think they only lost once when Ben was in the building, and that was when they were in LA. But Ben was in I guess it's crypto.com arena right now, but I almost said Staples Centers, but he was in there, he was in the arena, and they lost that game. But I don't think that really counts because it wasn't Edmonton. But I think every game that Ben he's been to in Edmonton, they've won. So I'm giving the edge to the Oilers tonight. Ben's in the building. All right. Here we go. Game 3. They got the camera on Daryl Sutter. His media. I mean, his responses to the media are great. He's a character, that one he is. Okay. Drop the puck, please. They're showing Oilers fans. Cool. Pretty cool. Looks like that place is pretty loud. Yeah, they're going nuts in there. And we're very close to them dropping the puck. And now they have. Okay, Lindholm wins the draw. Gets it over to Hanifin. Hanifin gains the red line and dumps it in. Smith gets it to Cece, trying to get it out. Battle along the board. Cece has it. He'll swing the puck behind his net. And it'll be picked up by Nurse and lifted out to center. It goes all the way down to the flame zone, and that'll be an icing. Is Chris Tanev playing in this game? I don't think so. No, Tanev has been out for a while. He's still not playing. Oilers win the draw to the right of Smith. Kane carries it through the neutral zone. Puts it behind the net where it'll be picked up by Hanifin. And the Flames look to get out of their own zone with speed. Mangiapane pushes up to Backlund. Backlund over the blue line. Backlund with a shot. Blocked in front by Duncan Keith. Puck goes behind the net. Picked up by Bouchard. Chipped over. Trying to get out where the Oilers couldn't do it. Puck comes to the slot. Picked up by a defenseman from the Oilers. And they'll take it out to center. Will be met by Goodbranson. He'll chip it ahead to Mangiapane. He'll just dump it in as the Flames go for a change. Oilers play it ahead to the neutral zone. Draisaitl with it. He'll turn around and send it over to Darnell Nurse. Nurse over to Kane. Kane with a shot. Saved made by Markstrom. Directed into the right corner. Behind the net now. McDavid. McDavid trying to push something into the slot. Moves to the near corner. Spins around. Kylington defending him. McDavid still with the puck on his backhand. Moves to the far circle. McDavid on his backhand. In the slot. McDavid with a shot towards the center. And it hits a person in front. It's picked up by Gaudreau. Moves into the center zone. Gaudreau trying to work around Cece. Couldn't do it. And the puck is picked up by McDavid. He is met by a Flame. And the puck will trickle back into the Oilers zone as both teams regroup. Draisaitl gains the red line. And will just pitch it in towards Markstrom. And he'll cover. 18-17 to go in the first. I'd also like to take some time to thank you guys. My last stream was my most watched stream ever. I think we got like over 100 concurrent views on that one, so I'd like to say thank you to all you guys who watched that. That means a lot to me. I usually just do these for practice. You know, if anybody wants to watch, they can. So I really appreciate anybody who watched that, and yeah, it's just amazing. Flames over the blue line, dump it in. Smith picks it up around the net. Will play it to Barry. Barry tries to get it out, and the Flames are able to keep it in. But the Oilers, McLeod scoops up the puck and trying to work away from Yarncrook. And the puck eventually comes back into the Flame zone as it was mishandled by the Oilers. Dubé dumps it in after getting the red line. Smith will leave it for Barry. Trevor Lewis applying the pressure. Oilers, Brett Kulak sends it out to center. And comes back into the Oilers zone. But they'll move into center ice. Puck is ping-ponging around center ice. Dylan Dubé finally picks up the puck. And will just dump it in. Behind the now, it's Trevor Lewis. Big hit on Duncan Keith. He falls down. He's back up now. Derek Ryan trying to get the puck out. Gets up to Cassian. And here come the Oilers. Bouchard. 2-on-2. He's got Archibald with him. Moves over to Cassian, who joins the fray. Shot by Cassian. Save made by Markstrom, direct into the far boards. Around the net it is. Try to center it. Shot there. Goes wide. Behind the net now. Picking up the puck is Hanifin. Loses it to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins tries to center it. Couldn't do it. Puck comes back to him. 2 Flames on him. Moving to the near corner. Nugent Hopkins centering one. Shot there by Puljujarvi goes wide. Another shot by Duncan Keith. Save made by Markstrom. Deflected into the far corner. Flames will look to get a breather and just dump it out to center. Backlund picks up their own They're going to chip in, and leave it for Zadorov. Zadorov in the near corner. Tries to leave it for Mangiapane, but it's intercepted by Zach Hyman, who had the game-winning goal in Game 2. Oilers working the puck in deep. It's Hyman. Zadorov steals it away. In the neutral zone, he'll pitch up to Mangiapane, where he's met by an Oiler. Over the blue line come the Flames. Puck comes to Tkachuk behind the net. Barry sweeps it away from him. Mangiapane keeping it in. Moves it to Tkachuk on his forehand in the slot. Save made by Mike Smith, and the rebound is picked up by Draisaitl. Moving up into center ice, it's McDavid. Trying to dance around 3 Flames. Shot by McDavid goes wide. In the near corner now, picking up is Kane. Kane tries to center it back for McDavid, but he couldn't keep it in. And move back out to center. Kane working over the blue line to Draisaitl. He'll dump it in. Puck goes around Markstrom to the far boards. Flames trying to get out. Toffoli. Stolen away by McDavid. Goodbranson chips it ahead. In the neutralized zone. Toffoli dekes around and gets it to Lindholm. Lindholm, the far circle, takes a shot and it goes wide. Go all around the boards and out to center, and we have a stoppage of play with 15:14 to go in the first. And Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid have the second highest playoff points per game in Oilers history with 1.4. I think that's throughout their entire playoff career, not just this single postseason. This postseason alone, McDavid is over 2 points per game. He's got 20 in 9 games. This would be the 10th. Draw is to the left of Smith at the far circle. Ryan McLeod for the Oilers, and it looks like, can't really see who it is. Dylan Dubé will take the draw for the Flames. Oilers win it. Behind the net it goes. McLeod battling with Toffoli. Toffoli has it. Toffoli at the circle sends it up top. A shot goes wide. Glove down by Smith. And it'll be picked up by the Oilers at the far boards. And they'll chip it out to center where it'll be gloved by Zadorov. 3 Oilers on him. Shot by Fogle. Goes wide. Dylan Dubé evades a hit in the near corner and is able to get the puck over to Toffoli. Toffoli on the far boards. Move it up for Dubé, but the pass is too hot for him to handle. And it'll be played by Smith in the Oilers zone as both teams regroup. Barry along the boards, sweeps it ahead. Derek Ryan trying to get something started for the Oilers. And it looks like he's offside. 14:29 to go in the first period. Pretty good one so far. We're only about 5 minutes in. You have to see a goal, but both teams have traded chances, so good game so far. Nugent Hopkins to take the draw with Coleman. Coleman wins the draw. Goes into his zone and will be picked up by Kylington. Kylington to the near boards for Mangiapane. Mangiapane tries to Woodward to Goodbranson, poked away by Puljujarvi. Rebound picked up by Kylington, but he falls to his knees. And Puljujarvi's quick to pick that up. Around the boards, he sends it back up top. Oilers keep it in. Goes around behind the net. The far corner is Nugent Hopkins. Works up to the top of the circle, leaves it for Puljujarvi. Puljujarvi trying to dance around Goodbranson. Goodbranson loses his stick. Puljujarvi back up top for Bouchard. Bouchard to drive. Goes wide. And Zach Hyman tries to keep it in for the Oilers on the rebound. And they do. Hyman met along the boards by Coleman. He takes a hit. And the Flames get it out. And the Oilers, Duncan Keith, will pick it up. Keith gets it to Nugent Hopkins at center ice, but the pass is picked off by Blake Coleman. He'll send it back for his deep pairings as he goes for a change. Hanifin over the red line. Around the boards it goes, but it's picked up by Smith. Smith mishandles it. Met by Tkachuk. Shot goes wide. Behind the net. Centering pass for the Flames. Couldn't go, and puck will go all the way back down. Be played by Markstrom. Hanifin works it up to neutral ice. Puck comes back to him, so he'll send it D to D. On the far boards, after getting the red line, dumped in to Chuck, working on CC. CC able to pitch the puck out before he can get there. And the Oilers look to break out. It's McDavid at the far circle. Dances behind, on his backhand now in the slot. Trying to center one, deflected wide. To Chuck, tries to get it out for the Flames. Kept in by Draisaitl. He'll swing it around. Zadorov with a big hit in the corner there. Draisaitl, back up top for Ceci. Ceci with a shot! Save made by Markstrom. Rebound is loose, picked up by Trevor Lewis. Lewis fans on the attempt to get it out, and the Flames will go D to D. It'll be picked up by Zadorov, and it looks like both teams will go for a change. Some physical play on that shift for both teams. Ritchie dumps it in. First man on it is Derek Ryan. He'll send it across for Brett Kulak. Spinning away from two Flames. We'll send it over to Barry, and Barry will lift it out to center ice. Intended receiver on that pass was Archibald, but it will go to Goodbranson first. Oilers keep it in. Shot there by Barry is swallowed up by Jacob Markstrom, and we have 12 minutes and 1 second to go in the first period. No score. They're going to commercial. That was a good chance. Let's do a little bit of a recap, I guess. Not a whole lot happening so far. Some physical play on that last shift. We saw Matthew Tkachuk getting into the fray there. We saw. Oh, what else? Who else did we hit? Man, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember who it was. But we saw some physical play on that shift. So, good stuff there. Battle of Alberta. I gotta find out if there's a way to like pin my own comment here. There we go. Pinned it. So anyway, yeah, if you guys have any questions or topics that you want to talk about during stoppages of play, like commercial breaks or like intermission, feel free to drop those into the my camera's muted. Feel free to drop those into the chat and we'll talk about those. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the game. It can be about sports in general, about the other series that are going on. I like to talk about football. I'm always interested in learning a little bit more about baseball, soccer. I plan on covering the World Cup this fall, so I'm looking forward to that. So if you have any soccer enjoyers out there, I'd like to talk about that. NBA playoffs are on right now. Heat have a 2-1 lead over the Celtics, and then I believe the Mavs and the Warriors are playing right now, so we'll have to keep a track on that as the night goes on. But the draw is to the right of Markstrom. Oilers win the draw. Keeping it in is McDavid. McDavid on the backhand. And maybe that was Brett Kulak. It was Brett Kulak. It's hard to tell with their with those jerseys, man. The there's not a lot of contrast on the, like, if you look at them, yeah, it looks like there's contrast like zoomed up, but when they start moving, it's hard. It's just hard to see, but yeah, I don't know. I'll try and get better at that. That was my one fear starting out this one. Oilers win the draw. Back up top for Kulak. A drive. Oh, the puck almost squirts in. And it bounced off the post after squeaking through Markstrom. And the Flames are able to get it out. Another shot by Kulak is blocked in front. And it goes to the half wall. And the Flames will get it out. What a crazy sequence. Wow. Incredible. Oilers have it now. It's Warren Fogle in his own zone. Pitching up ahead for Ryan McLeod. McLeod dancing with speed. Goes by two Flames. And they're able to steal it away from him and get it back out to center. Now it's still in Dubé over the blue line. Drops it back for Toffoli. Toffoli at the top of the circle. Toffoli with a shot blocked in front by Barry. Deflection goes to the far half wall. And the Oilers will lift it out to center. And it'll be picked up by Yarncrook. And we have a penalty. Who's it going to be on? That was crazy. So Markstrom initially makes the save, and the puck squeaks all the way through, and it would have gone into the net. It had enough steam, but it hit the post and bounced out. It was just barely trickling, and the Flames were able to sweep it away and prevent the Oilers from having a 1-0 lead. 11:15 to go in the first period. Puck is taken by Duncan Keith at his own blue line. Puljujärvi swings it up top for Zach Hyman. Hyman in the far corner, evades Goodbranson. Behind the net he goes. We'll leave it for Nugent Hopkins. Backlund working on them, and a good defensive play by him as he gets it up to Mangiapane, who will send it around the net for Goodbranson, and the Flames will look to break out. Goodbranson sends the puck up for Backlund, and here come the Flames. They'll dump it in. I thought we were going to get a penalty. It looked like we were, but there is no penalty. We're still at 5-on-5. Gaudreau moving into the slot, loses it. Puck is picked up by Bouchard and sent back out to center. McDavid with it now, over the blue line, moving with speed. McDavid, spin move on his backhand now. Back up top he goes. Shot by Ceci is swallowed up by Markstrom, but he loses the puck on the rebound. It'll be picked up by Hanifin. Hanifin lifts it back out to center, and Mangiapane will just dump it in. Smith Island to play it. Nurse, stretch pass for Draisaitl at center ice, and he's hit by Brett Ritchie. Flames stilled away. Ritchie moving into the Oilers zone. Smith takes the puck away and plays it back out to the Flames D. Flames moving into center. Shot there. It's deflected into the slot by Smith. Rebound. Flames have it. Top it's Zadorov. Over a shot there goes wide. Oilers have it at center ice. Archibald dumps it in. First man on it is Stone for the Flames. He's hit by Archibald. Oilers fans are loving that, and the puck walks the blue line, eventually comes back out to center. Archibald and Trevor Lewis are jousting, and things are getting physical here. And now we have a penalty, and the penalty is going to be to Trevor Lewis for, I believe, hooking at with 9:25 to go in the first period, and the Oilers are going to have the first power play of the game. Alright, so let's check out the stats so far. Shots on goal are 9-4 in favor of the Oilers. In the face-off circle, Oilers are doing better as well, 62.5 to 37.5%. Oilers have no penalties in minutes. Flames have 2, as we just mentioned. Hits are 11-9 in favor of the Flames. Tongue twister there, wow. 4 blocks for the Oilers, for the Flames, 2 giveaways apiece, and 1 takeaway for the Flames. No goals yet, no score. Who gets on the board first? Who do you think gets on the board first? Drop your prediction in the chat. If you get it right, I'll mention your name live. But, we'll have to see if the Oilers can break through on the power play. Showing a commercial right now for baby boomers. Doesn't really apply to me. Bit of a younger guy myself, and they're back. Edmonton on the power play. 9:25 to go in the first. And they got Leah Hextall interviewing Jay Woodcroft. Jay Woodcroft has done a great job with the Oilers since he took over. I think there are 2 reasons that the Oilers are in the playoffs right now. Number 1, Woodcroft. Number 2, Evander Kane. Evander Kane has been really good for the Oilers ever since they picked him up. They signed him on January 27th, and he had 22 goals, 17 assists for a total of 39 points. Really good, really solid, and Woodcroft's coaching style has suited the Oilers well, and I really do think that those are the 2 reasons that they're here. All right, so power play here for the Oilers. It's Trevor Lewis in the box for hooking, and let's see what happens. Draw is won by the Oilers. McDavid at the half wall. Leaves it up top for Tyson Barrie. Over for Nugent Hopkins at the top of the near circle. Back up top for Barrie. Barrie sends it over to McDavid at the far circle. A shot there. Rebound is loose, and the Flames are able to get it and sweep it all the way out. And that'll kill about 20 seconds on the Edmonton power play so far. Barry looking to break out. Gets it to Draisaitl, who moves over the red line. We'll leave it for Hyman. Hyman at the top of the circle. We'll drop it for Draisaitl in the near corner. He'll leave it up top for Barry. Barry over to McDavid. Up top for Barry. Slides it near side for Draisaitl. He'll look and wait. Back up top for Barry. A drive. Save made by Markstrom. Puck is loose, and the Flames get it again, and they'll dump it all the way down. And we have about a minute 13 to go on the Edmonton power play. Stretch pass from Smith up to Draisaitl. Tries to leave it for Hyman, who gets some help from Nugent Hopkins. Stone defending on him, and Stone will able to get the puck out. Great defensive play by him. And, excuse me, that was Dylan Dubé, not Stone. Moving in is Hyman on the backhand, and a save made by Markstrom. Puck is loose, picked up by McDavid at the half wall. McDavid dances around a Flame. A-side, B-side, McDavid to Draisaitl. Back up top, a shot there. Swallowed up by Markstrom. Puck is loose, and the Flames get it again, and they'll send it all the way down, killing more time on the Edmonton power play. Edmonton is 1 for 10 against Calgary in the power play department. 34 seconds to go on the power play. 7:56 to go in the first period. No score. Oilers will dump it in. The puck comes to Markstrom, and he'll hold. 25 seconds to go on the Edmonton power play. And that shot by, what was that, Bouchard? Was deflected by a Flame in front and went wide. So, it's a little bit of a recap of what just happened here. Draw is going to be to the right of Markstrom. It's going to be Toffoli against McLeod. McLeod wins the draw, gets it back up top for Bouchard. Bouchard at the circle. Shot is blocked. Goes into the far corner. Kane trying to chip it back up top for Duncan Keith. He keeps it in. Keith around the net. Comes to the half wall. Bouchard trying to keep it in. He can't do it. And Edmonton power play has 8 seconds left. Can they get one more rush? It's Bouchard. Works it over the blue line and deep. And that'll do it for the Edmonton power play. Lewis is back out of the box. And we get another stoppage of play. And I don't know why they did that. Technically, there's 2 seconds left on the power play once they blew the whistle. I don't have the audio for the game. I just have my own audio because for copyright reasons, I don't want to play any of their audio or show any of their feeds. So I can't. Sometimes it's hard for me to tell what they're saying and what the calls are. So I guess it was an offside is the call. So sometimes I can't see the referee. Like the referee isn't in the frame, so it's hard for me to tell what calls are being made. Puck is picked up at the red line by Cody Ceci over the blue line. He leaves it for Draisaitl. Draisaitl dumps it back in for Ceci. Behind the net, Ceci, a centering pass from McDavid on his backhand. Tried to take a shot, but the puck is stripped away from him by Johnny Gaudreau. And Gaudreau is getting hounded by a few Oilers, and he's cross-checked there, and that'll be a penalty on Evander Kane. Delayed penalty upcoming. Kylington works it in deep for the Flames. Tried to go back up top, but the pass is intercepted, and the Flames will have their first power play of the game. And it looks like the culprit is Leon Draisaitl, who is not happy about that. Complaining to the referee right now is Draisaitl. But I guess the official call is hooking. It looked more like a cross-check to me, but call is hooking, and I guess the Flames will take it. And they'll have their first power play. Oilers are 0 for 1. The Flames are about to go on their first power play. .6:53 to go in the first period. Draws to the left of Smith at the far circle. And the Flames win the draw. Puck is back up top. D takes a shot and they fire wide. And Chuck keeps the puck in. He'll have it at the half wall. Plays catch with a few Flames. Puck goes over to Anderson. Anderson back over. And the shot goes wide. Toffoli retains possession for the Flames. But the puck is chipped out as he tried to keep it in. And the puck goes back up to center. Flames. Lindholm working along the half wall. Lindholm centers one, goes wide. And it'll be picked up by Nugent Hopkins. And worked back out to center. Anderson plays it to Gaudreau. Gaudreau over the blue line to Chuck at the near circle. He'll dip it back to Anderson up the top. Anderson over to the half wall for Gaudreau. Gaudreau moves to the dot. Centers one for Chuck. Shot goes wide. Gaudreau can't handle it. And it'll be stripped away by Nugent Hopkins. Will take it to the red line. Leaves it for Ryan. And Ryan will take a shot. Which will be saved by Markstrom, who will leave for Foley behind his net. 1:05 to go on the Calgary power play. 5:55 to go in the first period. Noah Hannafin passes to Backlund. He works into the Oilers zone. At the half wall, they battle. And the puck squirts back out, and it'll go all the way down to the Flames zone. So 44 seconds to go on the Calgary power play. They haven't been able to get anything going so far. Backlund moves it over for Dubé. Dubé is hit by Brett Kulak at the half wall. So physicality there, and the puck is lifted out to the Flames zone by the Oilers, and they kill more time. 28 seconds to go on the Calgary power play. Flames looking for maybe one more rush before the penalty expires, and Draisaitl comes back out. Mangiapane with the shot, sticked away by Smith to the near boards. Coleman centering one is intercepted, and the Oilers work it back up to center ice. Kyler Yamamoto will gain the line and dump it in. 9 seconds to go on the Calgary power play, so that'll just about do it. And Flames have possession now, but Draisaitl will come out of the box, and each team is 0 for 1 in this game on the power play. We're in the final 5 minutes of the first period, 4:47 to go. Puck is at center ice. McDavid will dump it in after gaining the line. Goes around the boards. First player on it is Kylington. Kylington will play the puck up. Yarncrook will send it over, and the puck will go into the Oiler bench. So we'll get a stoppage of play. 4:32 to play in the first period. So, not either team. Either team is not good. What? Oh, we're gonna take a break here. Okay. Sometimes I just start talking and it's just mumbling. So, what I was going to say is neither team has done a super good job on the power play. They had some looks, both teams did, but neither one could really get a whole lot going. So missed opportunity for each team there. Otherwise, they've been trading chances pretty good, but I would say the possession and quality of chances are in the Oilers' favor. Oilers at the moment have 13 shots to the Flames 5. So I really think that the Oilers have a little bit more going for them right now than the Flames do. But still, it's a 0-0 game, anybody's game. We'll just have to see how it goes so far, but that's the story so far. Let's see. Here, let me just adjust. All right. .432 to go in the first period. Flames and Oilers, Battle of Alberta. Let me know what you guys want me to do next for the next stream. I won't be able to stream again until Thursday. So, if you guys want to see Canes and Rangers as opposed to this series again, let me know. But this series has been really fun. A lot of goals. A lot of physicality, so I like doing this one, but if you guys want me to do Canes and Rangers on Thursday, I will. Just let me know. Behind his own net, Bouchard tries to swing it out. Puck is held in by Kylington and Puljujarvi. They're battling along the boards. Mangiapane will send it behind the net for Backlund. He tries to center one, and the pass is picked off by Puljujarvi. Here come the Oilers now. Puljujarvi at the top of the circle. Tries to center one for Nugent Hopkins, and that one is picked up by Markstrom, and he'll hold. 4:02 to go in the first period. Waiting on a goal here. Waiting on a goal. Let me know who you think gets the first goal. If you get it right, I'll mention your name on air in the stream. So drop your prediction down below into the chat box. And like I said, if you get it right, give you a mention, give you a little shout out. Alright, draw is to the left of Markstrom at the near circle. Oilers win it. It's McDavid trying to take a shot in the slot. Pass was blocked, and the Flames have possession now, and they'll look to get it out. Gaudreau with it now. Moves it over the red line. Will dump it in. Bouncing puck is handled by Smith, and he'll try and get it out, and he does. Go all the way back down to the flame zone for Hannafin to play it. McDavid on him. McDavid steals it away. McDavid on the backhand. Shot save made by Markstrom. Left pad save there. Picked up by Dubé. He'll send it over for Gaudreau. Gaudreau centering over for Tkachuk. A shot save made by Mike Smith. And Zadorov keeps it in behind the net now. Shot centering pass by Tkachuk to Gaudreau. Shot goes wide and comes all the way back out to center. Both teams trading excellent opportunities and both goalies standing tall. Zadorov gains the red line, will dump it in. Smith can't play it. Trevor Lewis battling to the corner with McLeod. Puck eventually kept in by the Flames. Shot there, saved by Smith. Rebound is loose, picked up by the Oilers, and they'll get out to center ice. Here comes McLeod over the blue line. Dancing by McLeod on the backhand. Shot goes wide. Ritchie along the boards. Gets it over to the center for Zadorov. Will play to Lucic. He can't get it out. Intercepted by an Oiler. Puck comes back to Lucic. And he'll hand it off to Zadorov. And Lucic will go to the bench. Tyler Toffoli now. Over the red line. Dumps it in. First player on it is Yarncrook. Blows past Duncan Keith. Yarncrook now in the near corner. At the half wall. Spins around and will leave it for Dubé. Dubé met by Keith. They battle along the boards. And eventually the puck is taken away by Dubé. He'll send it back up top. Shot there is blocked, and the puck will come out to center ice. And changes will be made for both teams. Kylington has it now. Looking for options. Sends it up there for Coleman. Coleman over the red line. Working it in deep for Mangiapane. First player on it is Duncan Keith. And Oilers will work it out over their own blue line. Bouchard. Stretch pass for Hyman, too hot for him to handle. Behind the net it goes. And it'll be picked up by Rasmus Anderson, who sends it over to Coleman. Coleman will just pitch it up to center ice, looking for Mangiapane, but he was met by an Oiler. The puck will be picked up by Brett Kulak. 1:33 to go in the first period. Oilers over the blue line. Shot there by Ryan is held by Jacob Markstrom. 1:29 to go in the first period, and my game has frozen. That's not good. We don't want that. Let's check this out. What do we got here? Signal interruption. Ooh, that's not good. Oh no, that's not good. I guess I'll just have to use this. Darn. And yeah, until that comes back, just gonna have to do it from here on the ESPN app. Draws one of the Oilers. Ceci over to Nurse. He'll swing it around the net, and the Flames aren't able to get it out. Draisaitl now at the half wall spins, moves towards the corner, and he's tripped up, and that'll be a penalty. It looks like Lindholm is going to the box. Delayed penalty here, and the Flames touch up. Minute 12 to go in the period. And the Oilers are going to go to the power play. It looks like I said, it looked like it was going to be Lindholm for tripping, and that is the case. Oilers will get another crack at the power play. Tripped up Draisaitl. And Edmonton's the power play. Flames win the draw. Battle in the corner there, and the Flames are able to get it out. Oilers can't hold it in. Tyson Barrie retrieves the puck in his own end, goes behind the net. Backlund applying pressure. Good job there. Kills 15 seconds off the Edmonton power play. Puck is worked up to Draisaitl at the Flames line. He'll leave it there for Yamamoto. Yamamoto around the boards. We'll send it to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins to Yamamoto. Yamamoto centering one for Draisaitl. A drive! And the shot goes wide. Rebound picked up by Nugent Hopkins at the far half wall. McDavid gets it back up top for Tyson Barrie. He'll swing it over to Nugent Hopkins. Leaves it for McDavid. McDavid behind the net to Draisaitl. Sharp angle shot. Saved by Markstrom, and the Flames look to get it out, and they do. 22 seconds to go in the first period. McDavid moving with speed. Dances around the flame, and a shot, and stopped and swallowed up by Jacob Markstrom. McDavid just moving with so much speed and swagger. And he's a dangerous, dangerous man. 17 seconds to go in the first period. A minute 5 to go on the Edmonton power play. McDavid, man, once he gets moving with speed, he's a dangerous guy. Oilers on the draw. Cross run by the Flames. Get Branson has it, and he will get it out. 10 seconds to go in the first, and it looks like this is going to do it for the first period. Tyson Barrie has it, and he'll gain the blue line and just slap it in. Markstrom makes a save on that, and that will do it. So, no score at the end of one. I don't have the stats anymore. That's sad. We'll have to pull it up on NHL.com in a second. But, no score. It's been to the first intermission. So, yeah, darn. Just lost connection, huh? Strange. Well, that's fine. I can still watch it on here. I just don't have the stats pulled up anymore. So we'll have to go to NHL.com to do that. But hold tight. We got that coming up right here, so don't go anywhere. We will have the recap in just a second. No score after one. Oilers and the Flames, Battle of Alberta. Been a good game so far. Let's see. Okay. So the stats are 20 shots for the Oilers to 7 for the Flames. 14 hits apiece. Oilers are showing me an ad. Are you kidding me, man? Don't do that. Okay, click out of that. Okay, so Edmonton is 0 for 2 in the power play. That's not completely accurate because they will still be on an abbreviated power play to start the second period. Calgary is 0 for 1. Edmonton is dominating in the face-off circle, 59% to 41%. 5 block shots for the Oilers, 4 for the Flames. Flames have 1 takeaway, 4 giveaways for the Flames, 3 for the Oilers. And like I mentioned before, 14 hits apiece. So, I mean, the Oilers are getting more shots, but I feel like in terms of like quality chances, both teams have had opportunities. So there's that, but in the shot department, the Oilers are certainly dominating. That's for sure. So yeah, not a whole lot to talk about if I'm being honest, considering how neither team has scored. But yes, the Oilers have had more shots, and I think for the Flames it's a victory in itself to get out of the period scoreless, considering how many shots the Oilers had. I mean, when a team takes 20 shots in a period, normally that's it's not a good thing. So for the Flames, their victory in that period was they came out of it scoreless. But that will not make Daryl Sutter happy. When he sees that stat, he will not be happy about that. So I expect the Flames to get a little bit more going offensively in the second period. Sutter will talk to him and say, hey, what are we doing here? We got to fix that. So they will. I expect them to do that. For the Oilers, I liked what they did in the first period. McDavid, he's a bad man. He's a dangerous man. Always moving with speed, and he's created at least 2 or 3 quality chances for the Oilers so far. He had a bang-bang play with Draisaitl that almost went in. We had an almost goal. Puck squeaked by Markstrom and trickled towards the post, and the Flames were able to sweep it away. So that would have made it 1-0 Oilers, but the Flames were able to evade that, and so we're scoreless. Zach Hyman looked good. Nugent Hopkins looked good. Puljujarvi looked really good in this game so far. He's done more in this game than I think he's done in the last game that I saw from him. So good for him. Ryan McLeod was moving with speed. Yamamoto took some hits and made some hits, so good stuff from him. Warren Fogle was noticeable. He took some shots. I was on his case on the last stream for Game 2. He has no goals, no assists through... This would be his 7th game. So I was saying if there's a guy that needs to do anything for the Oilers better or contribute a little bit more, is Warren Fogle. Um, Josh Archibald looked good too. The Oilers were rolling, honestly. It was honestly kind of a surprise that they didn't score because they looked so good. But again, I do think though that the Flames also had some quality chances. While it may not reflect on the shot chart, the Flames did have some good quality chances. They just weren't able to capitalize. But yeah, that's pretty much it so far. So if you guys have any topics that you want me to talk about, feel free to drop those into the chat box, and I'll take a look at that, and we'll talk about it. So, yep, we are in the first intermission. No score, so by all means, please drop something into the chat box. Please give me something to talk about, because not a whole lot going on here so far, if I'm being completely honest. So, that's that. Let's check in on the NBA, actually. We'll do that. We'll check in on the NBA. NBA. We got the Mavs and the Warriors tonight. Oh, that game hasn't even started. It starts in a couple minutes. Starts like 5 minutes. Alright, so that's that. Heat and the Celtics. Heat are up 2-1 in that series. I was talking earlier about I want to do the World Cup this year. That is until November, so we got a ways to go until that. But yeah, so we'll have to see. I'm gonna try unplugging this and re-plugging it in because oh, I just unplugged the TV on accident. That's not good. All right, well, let's unplug this. I'm gonna turn this off. Well, actually, no, I'll try turning it off and turning it back on again. That's the old classic trick, isn't it? We'll do that and turn it back on. Connect back to the network, baby. Come on. Come on. Well, I can still watch the game. I just gotta watch it from this iPad here. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. No, you can't show. Ah, I hope I don't get striked for that. But yeah, I can watch it on this iPad here. Oh man, I didn't think about that. I was just trying to show you guys that I could still watch it, but that I unintentionally showed something from the game. It was just Kevin Weeks. I mean, it's not like part of the game in it, so should be okay. This is not working. Let's see if we can unplug this now. We'll let it cool down for a little bit, and then I just like to watch it on there a little bit more because it's a bigger screen. But yeah, no score between the Flames and the Oilers. That's where we're at. They're interviewing Tyson Barrie right now. Let's see, what's some news around the NHL? Oh, Brian Rust signed a contract extension with the Penguins, 6 years, $5.125 million annually. Good for him. Good for the Penguins. I think that's a solid deal. I mean, that's a steal for a guy that has a career year like every year. Like he always improves. So that's a cap friendly deal too. I remember a lot of people saying that he could get like $7 million, like similar to Zach Hyman on the open market. So for the Penguins, that's a steal. Mark Giordano is going to be back with the Toronto Maple Leafs. He signed a 2-year extension. He will be getting $800,000 a year annually on that deal. So more of a veteran not discount, but like, well, maybe it isn't discount, but more of like a veteran contract for him. So he stays with the Leafs. I didn't actually see that happening. I thought he would maybe retire or maybe go somewhere else, maybe go back to Calgary, but no, he's staying with the Leafs. So good for him, good for Mark Giordano, and let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, the Arizona Coyotes. There was a report that their the logo at the center ice of the ASU arena. There's a report that came out that said that they would not be able to have their logo at center ice. It was going to be the ASU logo. That report has turned out to be false. The Coyotes will be allowed to have their logo at center ice. Both logos would be shown at center ice. So there's that, and then last night there was a bit of controversy with Nazem Kadri and Jordan Binnington. Jordan Binnington was crashed into by Nazem Kadri. It's not Kadri's fault. If you watch the video, I don't think it's Kadri's fault. I think it's just one of those plays where it's unfortunate. Both players going after the puck. They both slide into Binnington. We see it happen from time to time. It's just that Kadri has the bad rep. He has his reputation. And, they crash into Binnington, and Binnington's going to be out for, sources say, multiple weeks. So he's sidelined with a knee injury, so they're going to have Ville Husso come in and try and steal the show for them against Colorado. Colorado ended up winning last night's game. So they're up in the series 2-1, and the Blues are going to be without Binnington, who was on fire of lately. And for the Avs, Sam Girard has a broken sternum, so he will be out for the remainder of the playoffs. So expect Jack Johnson, Columbus Blue Jacket legend, to get some playing time in the absence of Girard. But I think that is about it for all the news that I know. If you want to stay up to date with these kind of things, follow my Instagram and Twitter. I'm more active on Twitter recently. The Instagram posts are so hard to make because you have to have the hashtags and you have to do all that other stuff. But anyway, so follow my Instagram and Twitter at Pulse Sports Talk if you want to be up to date with all the news and stuff going around sports. Also, if you want to stay up to date on when I'm going live, you want to be notified when I'm going live or when I post videos. So Pulse Sports Talk. Check that out. That's my socials. But enough plugging. It's up there in the corner throughout the entire thing, so I don't need to plug anymore. But that's the news. That's the news so far. Let's see. Perhaps. In the last two games, it was the Flames that ended up striking first. We'll see if that's the case today. Tampa Bay has taken a commanding 3-0 lead over the Florida Panthers. So the President's Trophy winners will have their backs against the wall tomorrow. So they could be eliminated as soon as tomorrow. Game 4 is tomorrow. So the comeback Cats, if they have another comeback in them, it would be historic if they could, down 3-0. But by all accounts, it looks like Tampa Bay could be headed back to the Eastern Conference Final. Rangers won today against the Hurricanes 3-1. So they cut their deficit in half. So it'll be 2-1 Hurricanes heading into Game 4. I'm running out of stuff to talk about, you guys. So if you got anything else going that you want me to talk about, go ahead. But this has been a good game so far. I just want to see some goals. I like goals. I'm thinking about doing a highlight reel for you guys after every stream. So goals would be good. Goals would be good. But we've been live for a little over an hour now. So cool stuff there. I'm getting a little tired. This game, we gotta get some more action in this game, more scoring, eh? Cause not a whole lot happening so far. In terms of goals, let's see if this can nip back to the network. right. If it doesn't, I might just take my PlayStation and put it up there. Let's see if it'll, and then I'll stream the game from that, and then move this back to this stats. Cause I like having the NHL app open because it'll tell me how much longer until intermission. It'll tell me all the stats. It'll tell me a lot of cool stuff. Good. Did it work? And looks like it's not gonna work. Alright, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Let me just make a little thing here. Is anyone watching? No, okay. Yeah, I will go BRB. Hang on. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be back in just a second. Oh man, my ear hurts. Okay, there we go. Let's be back in a second. Oh yeah, okay, here we go. We're about to get the game back. Just gotta hook this back up. Okay, we're plugged in there, and the HDMI back around. Alright, let's see if that worked. Alright. Cool stuff. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can get the game going up here. Like this. Excuse me. And, yeah, this should work. Oh no, this froze too. That's the problem with that. Okay, I can't play that either. Why? Why not? Second period already started. How was I supposed to know that? Because the game froze over there. Okay, whatever. So, apparently we're back into the second period. No, I'm not enjoying ESPN. For real? They scored! Are you kidding me? They scored in the 1 second. Oilers scored, Zach Hyman. Oh my gosh. What the? That makes me so mad. That makes me so mad. It's not, it's blacked out. Why? Okay, so I guess the Oilers scored, so I gotta change that now. The one second that I'm not... Must have been a power play goal. Yeah, I'm experiencing some issues here, you guys, so... My game is bugging. My network is bugging. Every time I try and maximize the screen, it just blacks it out. Oh, no, here we go. There we go. Okay, finally, we're back. It just keeps freezing. This is tough. I'm not happy that I missed that goal. Really not happy. But, oh well. Draws one to the right of Smith by the Flames. Puck will go all the way back down into their zone if the shot is blocked by Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi is the first player on it. And he'll leave it back for Hyman. Hyman battling with Zadorov. Hyman tries to dance around Yarncrook, and he couldn't do it. Yarncrook steals the puck away. He has it behind his own net and will try and dump it out, but held in by the Oilers. Shot at the point goes wide. And back into the Oilers zone. Brett Kulak, stretch pass ahead. Received by Archibald to drive, and it's swallowed up by Markstrom. 17:47 to go in the second period. I can't believe I missed that goal, dude. Are you kidding me? It's like here's the thing. That's not the first time that's happened to me either. Or I've experienced like network issues or something, or like the ESPN app is just being weird, and then I come back and they've scored. Man, I don't even... I don't even know if it was like a cool goal or anything. I just... Oh well, I suppose. Draw to the left of Markstrom is won by the Flames. Swung around the board and held in by Duncan Keith. Shot by Keith is blocked. Oilers have possession though. Archibald in the near corner. Try and get it back up top for Keith, but the puck goes by him, and he'll have to race back to get it. Applying the pressure is Backlund. Backlund tries to center the pass and chipped in front. Coleman had a good look, and he runs into Mike Smith, and Smith is down, and play is blown dead, and Smith is without his helmet. We'll see what happens here. Blake Coleman might get a penalty for goaltender interference. Backlund was behind the net, trying to center a pass for Coleman. And Coleman was trying to chip it ahead. Eventually ended up running into Smith. So, let's see if there's a call there. 17:23 to go in the second period. Draw to the right of Smith is won by the Flames. Toffoli has it at the half wall. Toffoli tries to center one, kicked out by Ryan. Picked up by McLeod, and here he goes. McLeod over to Yamamoto on the near side. And Yamamoto pulls up, spins around. Anderson, Yamamoto on his backhand, centers one, and passes deflected, and it comes out to Dubé. Flames have it down. They'll pitch it back out to center ice. Kulak with it now in his own end. We'll work it over the red line, over the Flames line. Kulak dropping a pass back for McLeod. McLeod over to Yamamoto. Back up to McLeod. Shot from the circle is swallowed up by Markstrom. Glove save there, and he'll hold. 16:40 to go in the second period. Panthers and Lightning are tomorrow. Avalanche and Blues tomorrow. And then Tuesday, Flames and Oilers will be back, as well as Hurricanes and Rangers. On the draw, Draisaitl loses the draw, and the Flames live up behind their own net. Kylington, McDavid steals the puck away from him. McDavid gets it back up top. Shot there! Stopped by Markstrom. Another shot on the rebound by Vander Kane is saved by Markstrom. And the rebound will come to Lucic, and he'll get it out to center ice. Good Branson now over the red line, dumps it in. Smith will be back to play it. And it'll be held in by Kylington. Kylington gets it over to Lucic. Lucic. Draisaitl battling him. Puck squirts out back up top for Kylington. Kylington trying to evade an Oiler, but we get a stoppage of play. And Trevor Lewis is shaking his head, so do we have another penalty? Yes, we do. Oilers back to the power play, excuse me. Lewis is in the penalty box. And I don't think Daryl Sutter's too happy about that. So Trevor Lewis interference, 2 minutes, 16:08 to go in the second period. Edmonton back to the power play. I guess they're, 1 for 2 so far? Let me check that real quick. Edmonton wins the draw. Puck goes all the way back down as the Flames will send it down. Oh, it still says they're 0 for 2, so they must have scored on the after the power play. I don't know, I didn't see because I was having network issues. Over the red line, McDavid now leaves at the blue line, and they'll send it back for McDavid. Around the net it goes. Past him. Lindholm's the first one on, tries to get it out. Gets it to Anderson, and the Flames are able to clear. 1:27 to go on the Edmonton power play. Oilers are 4-0 when they score first. This is their first time scoring the first goal in this series. McDavid on the backhand. Around the net he goes. Into the near corner. Sent it up top for Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins at the half wall. Elects to drop it back up to the point for Tyson Barrie. Barrie will drop it back down for Nugent Hopkins. He'll slide it over for Draisaitl. Draisaitl with a shot, and rebound will go all the way back up top, and Cody Ceci will try and keep it in. McDavid spinning, trying to save it, and puck is still in the Flame zone. Hyman works over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back up top for Barrie. Barrie slides over near side for McDavid. McDavid at the dot. Will turn into the slot for Hopkins. Sends it over for Draisaitl, and he takes a shot, and it goes wide. He picks up his own rebound. Draisaitl over to McDavid. McDavid cross crease pass. Shot there by Nugent Hopkins. And it's held by Markstrom. 31 seconds to go on the Edmonton power play. 14:39 to go in the second period. So some good looks for the Oilers on that power play. Trevor Lewis is still in the box for 31 more seconds. The Oilers have had some good looks, just haven't been able to put it in the net on these power play opportunities. Draw will be to the left of Markstrom. Flames win the draw. Anderson behind his own net will look to clear. And he does. It'll go all the way down. Killing some more time off the clock. Backlund on the forecheck. Applying some pressure. Duncan Keith for the Oilers will move it over the red line and dump it in. Flames are the first ones on it, and they'll pitch it back out to center ice. We'll sweep back to Keith. 8 seconds to go on the penalty. Will the Oilers have another rush in them? No, the Flames break that up. And power play is over. Around the boards the puck goes. At the half wall, it's Anderson, and he'll chip it all the way back down again. And that'll be an icing as the power play had expired. 14:02 to go in the second period. 1-0 Oilers. I gotta see that goal. Let's see if that goal was good. Are they going to commercial? No, I don't think they are. Okay, well, yeah, I'll check it out because I missed it. So Zach Hyman. Look at it in a second. Draw to the left of Markstrom, won by the Flames. Anderson has it behind his own net. Will swing it around. And the puck will come all the way back down to the Oilers zone again, but this time it will not be an icing, as 2 Oilers were there. Oilers dump the puck in, working it deep. Fogle on it for the Oilers. He is battling with Lewis. Lewis sends Fogle to the ground and takes the puck away. Flames work it over the red line. Try to get a stretch pass for Mangiapane, but the pass is broken up. Ron Fogle fans on the shot. And he'll send it over for Darnell Nurse. Nurse at the top of the circle takes a shot and it fires it wide. Kept in by McDavid. He'll pitch it around the net. Markstrom will play it. Strong shot around the boards from him, and the puck will come to center ice. Picked up by Mangiapane. He'll leave it for Coleman. Coleman looking for reinforcements. Had him, but a misfire, and the Oilers are going to go the other way. It's Evander Kane. Moving up for Draisaitl. Draisaitl deking around. Gives it to Kane. He shoots. He scores! Evander Kane on the doorstep on a backhand. And the Oilers have a 2-0 lead. So there you go. Evander Kane. Brilliant pass by Draisaitl after deking a sprawling Flame. And Kane on the doorstep gets Markstrom to go low, and he goes high on the backhand. This all started from a misfire in the Flames' end. It was a turnover, and Kane was able to poke it away. And the rest is history. Evander Kane, that is his 8th goal of the playoffs and his 11th point overall. And Oiler fans inside of Rogers Place are very happy, as their team has a 2-0 lead as they look to acquire a 2-1 lead in the series. Flames win the draw. Puck is in their own end. Goodbranson looking to get it out. At the half wall, it's Tkachuk. He sends it upwards into the neutral zone. Gaudreau gloves it down, and he has it, but play is stopped. Might have been played with a high stick or a hand pass. The Oilers have a 2-0 lead off of a goal by Evander Kane. It's a brilliant play. He started a thing in the Flames' end. Was able to force a turnover, got the puck over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl deked around a sprawling Flame, and then he got it to Kane on the doorstep, who got Markstrom to go down low. Went forehand to backhand and sent that thing into the net. Brilliant, beautiful play. And the Oilers have a 2-0 lead. So for the Flames, you're down 2-0. What do you need right now? Well, I would say you need a spark. And what better to give you a spark than a guy like Matthew Tkachuk? I haven't seen him do a whole lot recently. So, if there's a guy that would ever get things going, it would be him. Oh man, my stream froze again. Hang on. My stream of the game. not again. That's tough. Okay, now it's back. We got, what is this? Is this a Wendy's commercial? It always freezes on the commercials. Yeah, okay. Still frozen. This is not very cool. When I try and pull it up here, it says I'm not authorized to view this event. I am. But that's okay. We can watch it here. Having some technical difficulties, unfortunately, so bear with me here. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this off, actually. And then when it does come back, it doesn't show me the video. Show me the video. Man, this is such an ESPN moment. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this going again. Come on. I'm gonna. They scored again. Oilers scored again. Every time I have a technical difficulty, the Oilers score. Are you kidding me? Okay, so it's 3-0 now. What is going on? I can only see from the stupid subtitles. What? No, I don't want a scene transition. No. Everything is going wrong. Everything is going wrong. All right, let's see. 3-0. Oilers, and I'm gonna try and figure this out. Bear with me, fellas. Ridiculous. Well, I've missed 2 goals because the ESPN app is being garbage. I can't watch it. This is bogus. Man, I might have to end this early. If this doesn't shape up, I might actually have to end this early. Which I don't want to do, but if this doesn't work, okay, here we go. Let's try this. This is like my last resort. There we go. Okay, we're back. 3-0 Edmonton. My heavens. Missed 2 Oilers goals due to network issues. Okay, so we see. We got Brett Ritchie at the half wall trying to keep the puck in. Big hit by Lucic on Archibald. Giving a little face wash for extra measure, and the Flames are able to keep the puck in. Stone chips it over to Lucic. Lucic sends it around the boards. Will be picked up by Zach Kassian. Kassian is hit by Ritchie. Ritchie, keeping it in, loses the puck to Brett Kulak. And Zach Kassian will get it out. Over the red line now. Guylington has it. Trying to get a stretch pass for Yarncrook. Doesn't go, but it'll be picked up by Dubé. Dubé trying to go backhand, a forehand, and he couldn't do it. Puck is poked away. At the half wall now, Goodbranson tries to keep it in, couldn't do it, and McLeod will dump it in for the Oilers. Puck is kept in. Stretch pass for Fogle. Wouldn't go. Toffoli sent it back around his net for Goodbranson, and play starting to get physical. Over his own blue line. Johnny Gaudreau moving with speed. Gaudreau. 4 Oilers surrounding him. Gaudreau leaves it for Lindholm. Lindholm, a shot is blocked by Yamamoto. Puck goes ahead for Foegele. Foegele. Over across. Shot there. Deflection up and over the net, and Markstrom didn't get a piece of it. Rasmus Anderson, stretch pass ahead. It's a flame. Gaudreau. Save made by Smith, and the rebound by Tkachuk is gloved down by Mike Smith as well. Glorious opportunity there for the Flames, and they aren't able to capitalize. 9:42 to go in the second period. 3-0 Oilers. Wow. Wow. They're going to commercial. Wow. So we're about halfway done. Excuse me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of tired, but gotta keep going here. All right. So let's see. It looks like Evander Kane scored the third goal as well, but we'll see. Because when I was using the ESPN app, it was only showing me the subtitles. The screen was black, and it was just showing me subtitles, which was dumb. But anyway, let's see. So yeah, it was Kane again. Ridiculous. So Kane is up to 9 goals in the playoffs for a total of 12 points. So good for him. And the Oilers have a 3-0 lead. After a scoreless first period, the Oilers now have 3. Mike Smith has stopped all 14 shots that have come to him. And the Oilers peppered Markstrom in the first period, taking 20 shots in the first. And he's able to stop all of those, but now the Oilers have put 3 on the board. Cody Ceci from behind his own net will try and move it up. Flames intercept. It's Johnny Gaudreau, leaves it for Anderson. Anderson will play it up for Lindholm. He loses the puck, and the Oilers have it. Nurse now will slide it over. McDavid over the red line. He'll survey his options and just dump it in after gaining the line. You're going to stop at your play, though. What's the call? You got a penalty here. It's going to be tripping to Evander Kane. So the Flames have a chance to get back on the board. Or I guess they get on the board at all. 3-0 is our score. We saw Edmonton make an incredible comeback in Game 1, but just falls short. So we'll see if the Flames can do the same thing here. They're down by 3. Draw is won by Backlund. Stone moves it over to Hanifin. Hanifin works it down low. They move it back up top for Hanifin. Hanifin a shot. And screen in front. Puck goes wide. Shot there from the corner is also blocked. Around the boards, the Flames send it back up top for Stone. Stone leaves it down for Dubé. Dubé turns. And at the half wall, will turn again. Pushes it back up top. Over to the circle. Back up top for Hanifin. A shot. Deflected and goes wide. Duncan Keith swats at it and gets it back out. And 1:28 to go on the Calgary power play. Hanifin behind the net. Will look to work it up. Stone goes coast to coast for Dylan Dubé, and he gets knocked down by Cody Ceci. Puck comes all the way to the other side for Stone. Stone lost the line to Hanifin. Hanifin tried to center it, and that play wouldn't go. McLeod intercepts, and here come the Oilers. McLeod tries to go across for Archibald, but that pass is broken up. Archibald picks up the rebound, and he is hounded by Dubé in the Flames' end. And eventually puck squirts free to Stone. And he'll leave it for Hanifin as both teams change. 46 seconds to go on the Calgary power play. Hanifin over his own blue line. Will drop it back. It'll be Lindholm trying to work something in deep. He's got it. We'll leave it for Tkachuk. Tkachuk gets it back up top for Gaudreau. Gaudreau moves it over. A shot there. Save made by Smith on Anderson. Flames aren't able to hold it in, and 20 seconds to go on the Calgary power play. Anderson over the red line tries to get one more rush going before the penalty expires. Anderson does it himself, tries to take a shot from the slot, and that's blocked by Ceci. The Oilers have it, and they'll swat it all the way down. 8 seconds to go on the Calgary power play, and that looks like that'll do it. Kane is set free from the box. Anderson over the red line. Over the blue line. Anderson in the near corner. He's checked by Brett Kulak. Flames. Centering pass. Save made by Smith on Ritchie. And the rebound is picked up by the Oilers. Draisaitl works out for McDavid. Potential 2-on-1. McDavid with Nugent Hopkins with Kane. Kane on the back end. He scores! Evander Kane with a hat trick in Game 3. And the Hats are coming down onto the ice. Connor McDavid to Evander Kane, and Evander Kane with the hat trick. Makes it a 4-0 Oilers lead. Incredible. So, after killing off the power play, or I guess killing off the penalty, the Oilers go the other way, and Evander Kane, similar to his first goal, gives the Oilers a 4-0 lead and has a hat trick. So not a bad night for Evander Kane. That is his 10th goal of the playoffs and his 13th point overall. 10 goals, 3 assists, 13 points. And there's a lot of Hats on the ice. And they are going nuts at Rogers Place. Rightfully so. Evander Kane, the playoff hat trick in Game 3, Battle of Alberta. And incredible. So, Oilers with a 4-0 lead. Second period, Flames are on their heels, man. The Flames are reeling. And honestly, if it weren't for this hat trick and all the hats on the ice, I think Daryl Sutter would have called a timeout just to slow things down a bit. But this essentially in itself is a timeout as they clean up the hats. So I guess he gets to save that. But Oilers 4-0 lead over the Flames. And the fans are loving it at Rogers Place. If you're the Flames, the Flames haven't gotten a lot going in this game at all. Let's check the Flames stats. So Zach Hyman opened the scoring for the Oilers, and then the next three were Evander Kane. So in the shot department, we have... Hang on, I gotta... Why is it not showing me? It's showing me everything but the shots. Okay, here we go. 31 shots on goal for the Oilers. 16 for the Flames. 10 shots for the Oilers in the second period. 9 for the Flames. And Yeah, the Oilers have just broken away in this game in this second period. They've done a really good job so far. And they're putting the puck in the back of the net. All thanks to Evander Kane with the hat trick. So, that is where we stand. Alright, they finally finished up cleaning up the hats. And the Flames win the draw at center ice. Over the blue line they go. Working in deep. Smith to play it. 6:50 to go in the second period. Around the boards it comes. Backlund at the half wall. Moving over to Mangiapane. Mangiapane twisting and turning at the top of the circle. Will send it back around the net. Brett Ritchie has it. Mangiapane now. Twisting and turning again. Gets it over to Backlund. But the puck is tipped away from him. And good defensive play there by the Oilers. And they'll be able to get the puck all the way back down to the Flames end. And force them to retreat. Flames working the puck in deep. It's a shot by Dubé. Saved by Smith. Rebound picked up by Keith. In the corner they battle for it now. Dubé loses the puck. Yarncrook picks it up. And they battle on the boards once more. Puck is picked up by Bouchard behind the net, and he'll send it over to McLeod after taking a huge hit. Bouchard got hit there, and McLeod tries to drop it off for Fogle, and he does. Fogle dances in, gets the puck to Yamamoto. Yamamoto behind the net for Fogle. Fogle. A centering pass from McLeod. Puck rolls off his stick. He moves in another centering pass. Yamamoto whiffed on it by Fogle. Fogle sends the puck wide. Behind the net, picked up by Yamamoto. Yamamoto in the corner. Moves it back up top. Tyson Barrie spinning around Dubé with a shot there by Barrie, and it goes wide. And the Oilers are not letting up. They're going back to commercial, but the Oilers have a 4-0 lead, 5:30 to go in the second period. And it's just been all Oilers to this point. So the story so far, the Oilers have been ready to play. The Flames, not so much. Having a tough time getting things going. And they still have a donut on the board. 4-0. I will be back in just a little bit. Alright. It is 4-0 Oilers. Evander Kane, playoff hat trick. Zach Hyland scored the first one, and the rest were all Evander Kane. It's now 4-0 Oilers. 5:30 to go in the second period, and not a whole lot going for the Flames. Kulak off the draw. Battles with Brett Ritchie in the corner. Zach Cassian has it behind the net. Loses it to Ritchie, and Ritchie will send it to Lewis. And Lewis looks to work things out. Flames working in deep. Smith has it. He'll take his time and play it up. Picked up by McLeod. McLeod try to get over to Cassian. Cassian hit on Zadorov in the far corner. Picked up by Lucic. Lucic sends it into the middle for Stone. Stone sends it over to Lewis. Lewis over the Oiler line. Lewis is hit, and the puck is stolen away by the Oilers. Here they come. McLeod over the blue line. Gets it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl spinning, gets it back for McLeod. McLeod on his backhand sends it around the net. Picked up by Ritchie. Kane on him. Kane keeps the puck in for the Oilers, but eventually loses it to Anderson. Anderson will take his time, and the Flames will look to break out and get something going. McDavid now over the blue line. Here he comes. Spinning at the half wall. Try to leave it for Draisaitl. The play is broken up. McDavid sends it around the net for Kane. Anderson has it behind the net. Swing it up top for Gaudreau. Gaudreau loses it. Fans on the pass. His teammates are able to get it back to him. Flames on the dump in. Puck is played down by Smith, and he'll send it along for the defense. They'll swing it up top. Oilers. Draisaitl over the blue line. Draisaitl. Button hooks. On the backhand, sends it back in, but it's intercepted by Goodbranson, and the Flames will get it back out to center. Oilers over the blue line. Hyman. Shot from the circle. Sticked away by Markstrom. Behind the net now, the Flames have it, and they look to get out of their own end. Backlund over the red line. Flames keep it in. Kylington try to take a shot. Picked off by Keith. Up ahead. Hyman moves into the slot. Shot there, and it's swallowed up by the glove of Jacob Markstrom. 3:23 to go in the second period. Again, Oilers 4-0. The first goal was scored by Zach Hyman at the top of the second period. And then the rest was a one-man show. Evander Kane got the next 3 goals. That makes it 4-0 Oilers, and that's where we stand. Draw to the right of Markstrom is won by the Flames. Zadorov has it, and they'll work it up to Foley. Over the red line, we'll dump it in. Glove down by Smith. Sends it over to the Oilers, and here they come. Over the line, Yamamoto dumps it in. First man on it is Fogle. Dubé steals it away from him and worked it into the corner. Oilers applying the pressure. Fogle. Pressure on Zadorov, but Zadorov is able to get it away. And Yarncrook has it. Over the red line will be slapped in. Lockered away by Smith. Barry tries to chop at it and get it out, and he does. Hanifin moves it over to Anderson, coast to coast. Back to Hanifin. Hanifin, again back to Anderson. And they'll work it over the red line and try and get it in deep. Smith to play it on his backhand, sends it around. Oilers aren't able to get it out, held in by Lucic. Lucic works it down low for Lewis. He's met by an Oiler, and the puck is stolen away. Battered along the boards, and the Flames retain it and keep it in. Shot from the point is blocked, and it could be have a 2-on-1 for the Oilers. It's Nugent Hopkins and Hyman. Hyman over to Nugent Hopkins, and the pass was behind him. So no shot on that. Puck goes behind the net, and it'll be picked up by Nugent Hopkins. Tried to center one for Hyman. Hyman on the backhand, and a save made by Markstrom. Rebound in the corner. Picked up by Nugent Hopkins. Over to Puljujarvi. Gets it back up top for Bouchard. Bouchard back to Puljujarvi. Pass is intercepted by the Flames, and they'll look to work up. Here comes Ritchie. Gains the Oilers line and dumps it in. Behind the net. Centering pass for Ritchie. Puck rolls off his stick, and Zach Hyman will go the other way. Hyman over the red line. Dumping it in. Be played by Markstrom. 1:33 to go in the second period. Markstrom around the boards. Couldn't get it out. McDavid centering for Draisaitl. Draisaitl along the boards. Back for McDavid. McDavid goes around Goodbranson. McDavid centers one and hits a Flame, and they're able to get it out. Dangerous play there by Connor McDavid. What else is new? Tkachuk will dump it in, looking to get something going for Gaudreau, but the Oilers are the first ones on it, and they'll break that up. Kane goes the other way, over the red line. 3 goals in this period for Evander Kane. Works around Zadorov into the near corner. Flames are able to take the puck away and work it back up to the center ice. Gaudreau drops it back for Lindholm. Lindholm works it back up for to Chuck. Chuck muscling off an Oiler. Back up top he goes. A shot there. Blocked down by Smith. Puck is loose and swept away into the near corner. Oilers get it out to center ice. 45 seconds to go in the second period. Zadorov will dump it in. Puck goes around the boards, and the first one on it is Darnell Nurse. Nurse pressured there by Blake Coleman, able to get the puck away to Cece. He'll try a stretch pass. Puck is off the stick, and will roll into the corner. McLeod get there for the Oilers. Anderson for the Flames. Anderson trying to get it out. Picked off by Yamamoto. Leaves it for Warren Fogle. Fogle around the net for McLeod. McLeod back up top for Bouchard. And that is right into the glove of Jacob Markstrom. 19.6 seconds to go. We get a stoppage. So for Jay Woodcroft, you got to like what you see so far. Oilers with a 4-0 lead, and they've been applying all the pressure. Flames haven't been able to really get anything going. It's been pretty much all Oilers so far to this point. Evander Kane, natural hat trick after Zach Hyman got the scoring going at the top of the second period. Shots are 34-19 in favor of the Oilers. Oilers win the draw. Shot by Bouchard goes wide, and we picked up by Blake Coleman, and the Flames will try and get something going the other way with 10 seconds to go. At the line, it's Mangiapane, but he loses the puck to Duncan Keith, and Duncan Keith will hold it and try and get it out, but it's held in by Hanifin, and the puck is poked away from him, so we'll go back to center ice, and that'll do it for the second period. So, a lot of scoring, but it's all for the same team. Zach Hyman opened it up, and then Evander Kane took it from there. Natural hat trick for Evander Kane, and the Oilers have a 4-0 lead. We are now in the second intermission. So, for those of you watching, if you would like to drop a topic of conversation about the game or anything that you want me to talk about, it doesn't have to be related to this game. It can be related to the series or sports in general. Feel free to drop that into the chat box, and I'll talk about it for you guys. But since we got some time here during the intermission, so I'll just give a little recap, and then we can go from there. Let's take a look at the stats from the the second period, or I guess so far. So, shots in the first, 21 shots for the Oilers. They weren't able to score there. Held the Flames to 7 shots. In the second, shots were 13 apiece, but the difference was the Oilers were able to capitalize 4 times on those 13 shots. Shots overall are 34-20 in favor of the Oilers. Neither team has scored on the power play. Calgary 0 for 2, Edmonton 0 for 3. Block shots are 9-6 in favor of the Flames. Oilers have 6 takeaways to Calgary's 3. Calgary has 11 giveaways. The Oilers have 6. And hits are 30-29 in favor of the Flames. And that is where we stand. So, to recap the scoring. Started off with a goal by Zach Hyman, and then after that, it was all Oilers, and it was all Evander Kane. One-man show. Does the whole thing. The first goal was a beautiful feed by McDavid to Kane on the doorstep on his backhand. And then the second goal was also by Evander Kane. I missed that one because I was having technical difficulties. But I saw the third one by Evander Kane, and that was very similar to the first one. Draisaitl and Kane, a 2-on-1. Draisaitl goes around the defender and then pitches it to Kane, who's at the front of the net, and he scores on his backhand. So that finishes the natural hat trick for Evander Kane, and the Oilers cruise into the third period with a 4-0 lead. So, if anybody has any topics of conversation that they want to talk about during the intermission, feel free to drop that into the chat box, wherever that may be for you. For me, it's over here. My camera's mirrored here. But wherever it is for you, go ahead. Drop something in the chat box and we'll talk about it. I'd really appreciate that. But anyway, let's talk about this game. So, yeah, the first period was a lot of offense from the Oilers. I thought that it wasn't super... I thought it was back and forth. I didn't think it was dominated by the Oilers by any means, but they had the majority of the shots, 21 to, I think it was 9 or something like that. So the Oilers were dominating in shots, but I felt like both teams had equal quality chances going back and forth. And then that period ended up scoreless, the first period, and the Oilers just took it in the second period, and they ran with it. Like I said, Hyman, and then the natural hat trick by Evander Kane. And that's where we stand. That's the story so far. So 4-0 Oilers. The Flames. I don't know if they necessarily have a comeback in them, but they need to step it up and set the tone heading into Game 4 because not a lot of teams can come back 4-0, especially in one period. So for them, they're probably going to be out and they'll be physical. They have not looked very good offensively in this game. So I expect them to come out, be physical, and set the tone for Game 4. So, if anybody has anything they want to talk about in the intermission, by all means, drop something into the chat box. But if not, then we're just going to chill here until the start of the third period. And I don't think we're going to have overtime. And I know I said that last time in Game 2, but this time, I'm pretty sure. I guess that's Evander Kane's second hat trick of these playoffs. So he's got 2 hat tricks this playoff year. So congratulations to him. And he's been a really good pickup for the Oilers, Evander Kane. He's got 10 goals, 3 assists for a total of 13 points. That's good in the playoffs. But in the regular season, he was great. He had 22 goals, 17 assists, for a total of 39 points in 43 games. So he was signed by the Oilers on January 27th after he was released by the Sharks amid the controversy. But the controversy aside, he's been a good pickup for the Oilers. He's been a really good player. So, and I don't necessarily know if they're in the playoffs without Evander Kane. If I'm being completely honest, I think the arrival of Jay Woodcroft and Evander Kane helped give a little bit of life to the Oilers, give them a little bit of a resurgence, and propelled them down the stretch and made them good. So those 2 things are really big factors, and that's pretty much it. That's why I think they're in the playoffs. But the Oilers are a good team. They're up 4-0 here. Ben Stelter is in the building, so an Oilers win was kind of expected. Yeah, man, I guess this one, in all likelihood, is going to be 2-1 in favor of the Oilers, and so it's all about can the Flames rebound in Game 4, because I don't see them getting a win here tonight. I don't know. They have not looked very good in the offensive zone. The ability for the Oilers to make them pay for their turnovers and to go up and down the ice on rushes is what is the difference in this game. It is. The Oilers capitalize on their chances. They create chances with their speed, and then they just go the other way, and then they score. So, in that regard, I think that's where they're beating the Flames. Is they're making them pay for their mistakes, and they're making them pay big time. For the Flames, they just have not been able to capitalize on their opportunities. The Oilers are doing what the Flames aren't able to do, and that's capitalize on their chances. So, if the Flames want to get back into this series, they're going to have to start doing that. And the other thing is, here's what I expect from the Flames in the third. Like I said, I don't expect them to come back from 4-0. That's a tall task for anybody. What I do expect them to do is I expect them to, number 1, try and set the tone with a big hit. Okay, that's number 1. Get Tkachuk out there, get a fight, throw a hit, get that energy back, set the tone. Next, I expect the Flames to, number 2 thing for them on the list is to try and break the shutout. If the Flames can break the shutout, that's the next step. And then you go from there. But they only have 19 shots in this game, and Edmonton has 31? Was it 31? Let's check. $34. Excuse me. So yeah, just for the Flames, they got to get on the board. That's step number one. They got to get on the board. They're not going to win this game, I don't think, but they got to get on the board. And how big was it for the Oilers to go into the Saddle Dome and get the split? Now that looks huge. So that is big. And yeah, so we're just waiting for the start of the third period here. So if anybody joins the stream, feel free to drop something into the chat box and we'll talk about it. But yeah, for now, we are in the second intermission, and the Oilers have a 4-0 lead. Did I think that this game was going to go like this to start the game? No way. No, I did not expect this to go this way. The last two games, for the most part, have been pretty tight. And I expected that here, but it's been all Oilers to start, and I mean, really to start the second period, it's been all Oilers. So, we'll see if they can keep that up and pile it on here, or if the Flames put an end to that. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go take a quick break, but I will be back in like 30 seconds. So don't go anywhere. There's a puppy here now. There's a puppy here now. If you remember Ranger from the predicting the playoffs video, this guy actually had the Flames winning the Stanley Cup. So I'm not looking too good for him right now. But there he is, the man himself, the puppy himself, and yeah, he's just looking around. You want to sit down? You want to sit down? He wants to, yeah, no, he's kind of roaming. He's looking around. But, this is the puppy. Good little puppy. Maybe I can move the camera up a little bit. Nah. The puppy. Puppy on stream. Puppy on stream. We're just chilling, waiting for the third period, puppy. It's gonna be like the score bug is in the way. Yeah, puppy. Puppy. Puppy, he might go to bed actually. Yeah, he's sitting there and he is, yeah, he's sleeping. There's a puppy down there. Oh, say hi again. Puppy. He's sleepy. Say hi. There's a puppy. We're waiting for the start of the third period and you got a puppy. Again, his prediction was the Flames to win the Stanley Cup, and right now, Flames are down 4-0. Hear that? Your prediction. Your team is down 4-0. You have to get something going. He wants to lay down and just sleep. It's about his bedtime. It's like 8 o'clock. You trying to leave? Do you want to go back? Yeah, he wants to go back. Alright, I'm going to put him back. He doesn't want to be here anymore. He wants to go to bed. It was a brief visit from Puppy. Alright, so start of the third period soon. Should be soon. So Evander Kane, natural hat trick in the second period. And yeah, that was the big thing there. But yeah, that's about it. Kane, Hattie, Hyman's opened the scoring, and then Kane had the Hattie after that, and then that's about where we're at. So 4-0 Oilers. Both teams have been pretty physical, I would say. I expect the Flames to be a little bit more physical heading into the third period, but for the Flames right now, it's about making a statement. I mean, I don't expect them to come out and win the game, but I expect them to try and set the tone for Game 4, and that's usually how these things go. So we'll see how that turns out. And just go check my stream settings right here. The stream is healthy. Alright, so we're just waiting through the third period. So if you have anything you want to talk about, drop that into the chat box. Right? Yeah. Well, it's over there for me. It might be down there for you. But yeah, go drop something into the chat box because I've run out of stuff to talk about. So feel free to do that. I'm getting kind of tired, if I'm being completely honest. But that's just me. Got one more period to go. I don't think we'll see overtime, but you never know. So I just gotta stay alert. How much caffeine is in this? That is not doing anything for me. Let's check this out. 63 milligrams. Is that a lot? I don't know. How much does a usual like energy drink? I think an energy drink has like double that, huh? Like an energy drink would have like 120 grams. Or I guess what milligrams. So this is 63. This isn't cutting it. This is not. I'm so tired, bro. We were almost there. We were almost to the start of the third. They're just showing some ads, and yep. But Ben Stelter's in the building, so we should have known that the Oilers were going to come in here and just get a win. We should have known that. But yeah, the Oilers are undefeated when Ben is in Rogers' place, and he's there tonight. So Ben Stelter, the Oilers' good luck charm. Oilers have a 4-0 lead, and it's the start of the third period. Here we go. Let's get some action in here, baby. All right. Third period. Here we go, fellas. Battle of Alberta. One-sided affair in this one. Oilers dominating to this point. Maybe I should do some NHL 22 streams. Do you guys want some NHL 22 stream? Oh, Markstrom has been pulled. Dan Vladar is in net. And, yeah, so no more Markstrom. Wow, so he is pulled. Flames keeping the puck in at the blue line. Dubé works it in deep for Backlund. Dancing around Bouchard. Start there from Mangiapane on the feed from Backlund, and that one goes high and out of play. So, good look for the Flames there, but they can't capitalize. So, this just in. Markstrom is out. Vladar is in. After allowing 4 goals in the second period, Markstrom is pulled. Draws to the right of Smith. Yarncrook on the draw. Wins it. Or, excuse me, well, I guess the Oilers won. It looked like he won it, but no. The puck is lifted back out to center and fumbled by the Flames defenseman, but he panics and plays it up to Brett Kulak. Kulak tried to work it up, but it's intercepted by Dubé. Excuse me, McLeod working on him. Steals the puck away. He fans on it, and the Oilers are able to keep it, though. And then he fans on it. Tyson Barrie did, so now the Oilers have to chase the puck in their own zone. Toffoli behind the net. Will send it around. Be picked up by Zadorov. Zadorov to Toffoli behind the net. He'll send it up at the half wall, and the Oilers are able to lift it out. Warren Foegele over the Flame line. He works into it deep into the corner. Along the near boards, though, it's picked up by Dubé, and he'll send it up for Zadorov, who'll button hook and go behind his own net and wait for reinforcements as the Flames will get a change. I'll get it over to Anderson. Anderson dumping it in. Flames work it in deep. Smith plays it, and we'll get it across, and Oilers will just try and work it out to center ice, but they can't do it. It's held in by the Flames. And puck will come to Gaudreau. Gaudreau, a shot is blocked by Ceci. Rebound comes back to Gaudreau. We'll send it back up top for Hanifin, who fumbles it. And he'll go over the blue line, and the Oilers will push the Flames into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Evander Kane. He's got 3 in this game so far, and a shot there is saved by Vladar. His first save of the game. Something interesting to note is Markstrom's record against the Oilers is very mid. It's very mediocre. It's not very good at all, which is strange considering Markstrom is a Vezina finalist. So, very odd, but the Oilers seem to have his number. Draw to the left of Vladar. Good Branson behind his own net, tries to get it out. And he moves over to Lucic. Taking a swat at it is Kulak. Lucic keeps it, though, and he'll push it up ahead. Good Branson over the red line. Works it over the blue line, but it's turned over. And the Oilers have it. It's Tyson Barrie working it over the red line. We'll try and dump it deep, and it's picked up by Vladar. And the Flames will look to break out. Here they come. Over the red line. Working in deep was Ritchie. First man on it is Smith, and he'll send it up to the neutral zone where it will be taken by Zadorov. Zadorov moving in with speed. Puljujärvi checks him into the corner. Zadorov on his backhand tries to feed it back up top, and it does. Mangiapane shot in front, deflected by Coleman. Pad saved by Smith. Rebound is picked up by the Flames. Mangiapane has it. We'll try and center it. Shot there by Backlund, and Smith has it. No, he doesn't. The puck is scrambling around in the crease, and Flames still can't score. Coleman misses the open, empty net, and Zadorov has it now. Moves it over to Mangiapane. Back to Zadorov at the circle. He takes a shot, and it's blocked by Tyson Barrie. Coleman centering one. Mangiapane couldn't get a stick on it. Zadorov has it now. A shot there. Blocked in front. Backlund on the rebound. Save made by Smith. And finally, we get a stoppage of play. And with 16:58 to go, we might see a penalty to Backlund. It might seem. Or maybe not. Smith wasn't happy about something, and we're actually going to see a penalty to Brett Kulak. So, Brett Kulak is heading to the box. Smith with a couple of saves there. The puck was loose in the crease, and Blake Coleman wasn't able to fire it into the empty net. He hit the side of the cage, and so Brett Kulak is in the box now, and Calgary will head to the power play. That was probably the best offensive sequence the Flames have had in this entire game. Brett Kulak gets 2 minutes for roughing. The draw is to the left of Smith. Lindholm wins the draw, gets it back to Anderson. Anderson, a shot from the point goes wide. It'll be picked up by Gaudreau. Gaudreau will leave it, and it'll be picked up by Lindholm at the circle. He'll drop it back. Up top it goes to Gaudreau. Gaudreau at the half wall. Moves it over. Shot there! And it's blocked and goes wide. Picked up by Gaudreau at the half wall again. He'll get it back up top for Anderson, and he can't hold it in. Good pressure by Ryan McLeod, and the Oilers will make a change. Flames are trying to work it in deep. To Chuck. Dragging. Shot there, and it's saved by Smith on the toe drag from Matthew to Chuck. Ladar plays the puck as it comes all the way down to the Flame zone. 1:23 to go on the penalty to Brett Kulak. Gaudreau with it now over the red line. Tries to deke around Nugent Hopkins, but he got a stick on it, and Flames are going to get stuck up in the neutral zone. Finally, over the blue line they go. It'll be dumped in by Toffoli around the boards, and it'll be picked up there. Oilers try and get it out, held in by Tkachuk. Puck comes over the blue line, though, as he tried to go D to Gaudreau, and they have to retreat and come back in. Anderson at the top of the circle, working around the net. Hits the skate of Gaudreau, and it'll be picked up by Duncan Keith, who lifts it around the boards but not out. Flames keep it in. Shot there by Stone. Moves it over to Chuck, and he took a shot, and it was saved made by Smith. Puck around the boards, and it'll be sweeped out, and the Oilers will kill more time off the clock. 15:25 to go in the third. 25 seconds to go on the Calgary power play. In 20 seconds, Kulak will return. Dubé moving with speed. His shot goes wide. Flames trying to get something on the board. They turn it over in the Oilers zone. 9 seconds to go on the power play. Yamamoto tries to dance around Hanifin, and good defensive play there to break that up by Hanifin. He sends it back out, and Darnell Nurse has it, and that'll do it for the Kulak penalty. Flames are 0 for 3 on the power play tonight with only 5 shots on goal. Vladar plays the puck over to Goodbranson. Goodbranson sends it up to Lucic. Lucic with speed over the Oiler line. Lucic goes to his backhand at the half wall. Will turn and try and spin it around for Brett Ritchie, but he couldn't do it. It's picked off by the Oilers. Here they come. Evander Kane over the blue line has a hat trick in the second period. He blows a tire, tries to get to McDavid, but Goodbranson was there. Lucic now from the far corner will try and work it around his net, and the Oilers break that up. It's Evander Kane as the Flames are trying to get out of their own zone. Lucic finally picks it up and spins it around the net for Goodbranson. Goodbranson's checked there by Puljujarvi. Puljujarvi works it in deep for Kane. Kane around the boards. Can the Oilers keep it in? No, they're in the middle of a change, and the puck will come back out to Bouchard, who's in the Oilers zone. Stretch pass for Puljujarvi over the blue line, and he loses it as he was checked at the line by Yarncrook, and the Flames have it now in the near corner. Puck is taken away by Nugent Hopkins. He dances away from Yarncrook, trying to get a pass over to Puljujarvi, and he does. Puljujarvi sends it around the boards, back up top for Duncan Keith. Keith around the boards, picked up by Yarncrook. Oilers have it now, picked up by Nugent Hopkins. Yarncrook and Nugent Hopkins battle in the corner. Flames look to get it out. Up to Toffoli it comes. Over the blue line, over the red line. He dumps it in. Dylan Dubé racing towards it, but he couldn't beat Evan Bouchard. Behind that now, puck bounces to Dubé. He'll send it back up top for Hanifin. Hanifin tries to center one for Yarncrook. Pass is broken up. Flames down low. Shot there. Save made by Smith on Dylan Dubé. 13:12 to go in the third period. Oilers with a 4-0 lead. And the Flames just can't get anything going past Mike Smith. Although I will say the Flames have had more of an offensive presence in the third period compared to the earlier stages of the game. They're in commercial, so good time for us to talk. And yeah, if you guys I want to hear who you guys think is going to win this series. So it looks like the Oilers are going to take a 2-1 series lead after winning this one. By all means, it looks like they are 4-0 in their favor, and it's just a second period explosion from the Oilers. And that'll do it for my tea. I was hoping for some caffeine from that to wake me up a little bit, but I am tired, and caffeine hasn't seemed to have done anything. So I'm gonna try and get the energy up here. I'm kind of disappointed because I missed 2 of those goals. I missed the first one by Zach Hyman, and then I missed the second one from Evander Kane due to some technical difficulties, which happens, but it's a disappointing thing when it does. So I missed those, but it's been a good stream overall. I've had some fun. I just would have liked to have seen all those goals because it was disappointing because the first one I was having difficulties and I missed the Zach Hyman one at the top of the second period because my stream froze and I didn't know it, and because it was in the middle of a commercial and I was talking, and so they scored like right as the game came back, and so missed that one. And then the next thing I know, the ESPN app is not working because it's just showing me the subtitles on a black screen, and so that was that. And I missed the second Evander Kane goal. So every time I have a technical difficulty, the Oilers score. It happened 3 times. So yeah, interesting, huh? Flames win the draw to the left of Smith. They try and center it. Pass doesn't go. It's Mangiapane from behind the net. Works into the near corner. Looking for something. And he doesn't get it as the puck squirts all the way back into his own zone. Hyman was on the forecheck. And the Flames look to break out from the neutral zone. Mangiapane gains the line. Trying to dump it in. Played by Smith to Bouchard. And Bouchard trying to work it out. Pass is picked off by Mangiapane. Good forecheck there. And the Flames still aren't able to get anything going. The Oilers will chip it back in. Be played by Rasmus Anderson. Anderson gains the blue line and he's taken down. No call there. Must have just blown a tire. Gaudreau over the red line. Looking for something. Sends it around the boards. We picked up by Kachuk. Throws a hit on Brett Kulak. And he tried to throw him back up top for Hanifin, but that pass was too far, and Hanifin will have to retreat all the way back down behind his own net to pick that one up. Flames try and go the other way. Over the red line now. Shot by Lindholm, blocked away by Smith. And that puck goes to the near boards, and the Flames will chip it back out to center. 12 minutes to go in the third period. The Oilers can hang on. They have a 4-0 lead. They will have a 2-1 series lead heading into Game 4. Shot there by Gaudreau, blocked away by Smith. Oilers are able to get it out to center. Zach Kassian fumbles it, and the Flames go the other way. Stone dumps it in, but it's going to be offside. 11:47 to go in the third. Daryl Sutter does not look happy, I will say that. So Flames might be skating some laps in practice tomorrow. Excuse me, and they all get their heads down on the bench so they know what's coming. But at the blue line now, the Oilers win the draw. Tyson Barrie sends it up ahead and go around the boards. First one is Lewis. And the Flames will try and pitch it up to Lucic, but the pass is intercepted. Oilers swing it across, trying to go coast to coast, but nobody home. Stretch pass for Lucic. Couldn't get it. And behind the net, he runs into Smith, and that's going to be a penalty for goalie interference. And now everyone joins the fray. Milan Lucic just threw a check on Mike Smith. Smith is in the boards, and they're fighting on top of Smith. And it looks like it's going to be a line brawl as everyone is in there, and helmets are flying loose. Everyone is in there. Brett Ritchie's at the bottom of the pile. Michael Stone is fighting McLeod, and it looks like Tyson Barrie is in there as well. Trevor Lewis is at the bottom of a pile. Zadorov is fighting Kassian, and Archibald is also in the fray. Ritchie is on top of Smith, and they finally get Lucic away from the pile, and now they're starting to break things up. Zadorov and Kassian are still in a scuffle, and the referee finally breaks that up. Smith is without his helmet, and he's on his feet, and he's headed towards the bench. Lucic He's headed to the locker room. 11:25 to go in the third. And Smith was trying to play the puck, and Lucic just bowled right into him. Woodcroft is not happy. He's got some words for the officials. And Smith is taking off his glove. Smith has put his mask back on. Now he's putting his equipment back on. So it looks like he is okay. But interesting situation you got there. So Zadorov is in the penalty box. And Ritchie is also in the box. Lucic did try and slow up before he hit Smith. But ended up tumbling into him anyway. So it wasn't like he intentionally bowled into Smith. He just tried to slow up, and his momentum carried him forward into Smith as he plowed him into the boards. And he did get a piece of Smith's head. Smith did go into the boards. But it looks like Edmonton is going to go to the power play for sure. Lucic is into the locker room, so he's likely done for the night. And we're waiting on the official ruling. Let's see if NHL.com will tell me the players in the box. Nikita Zadorov is getting one. Barry's getting one. Lewis is getting one. Kulak is getting one. Ritchie's getting one. Cassian's getting one. But not Lucic? Interesting. So they got 3 Flames in the box. We got 3 Oilers in the box. And Daryl Sutter's talking to the ref. Probably trying to get this all sorted out. So Lucic is gone. He's down the tunnel. We got Ritchie, Lewis, and Zadorov in the box for the Flames. And I guess I'm just trying to get this sorted out. As immediately after Lucic threw that hit, it turned into a line brawl, and everybody was involved. And poor Mike Smith ended up being at the bottom of that pile while they were trying to stick up for him. But I don't know what they're reviewing here. But I think they're just trying to get the penalties sorted out. Smith appears to be okay, so that's good news for him and the Oilers. I think they're trying to figure out what the penalty will be to Milan Lucic. And it's funny because the same people that are booing Lucic right now are the same people that used to be cheering for him when he was an Edmonton Oiler. So funny how that works, isn't it? But Milan Lucic, former Oiler, is now public enemy number 1 in Edmonton as he tumbled into Mike Smith, and after that chaos ensued. So it looks like we finally got this sorted out. Maybe. Official is now talking to Mike Smith. Oilers fans are dancing. So there's that. And they went to commercial. So I guess they still haven't figured it out. So I guess it's going to take them a little more time, which is fine. Let's check Twitter and see what we got going on here. Connor McDavid, the first player in NHL history with 9 multi-point games within the first 10 contests of a single postseason. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess we'll see how the official ruling is in a little bit. But let's check in on the NBA scores. Because the Mavs and the Warriors are playing, so let's check that out. Let's see what we got here. Warriors are up 55-49. 9:26 to go in the third quarter. So there's that.
Never tried calling a basketball game before. Maybe I'll try it. I got an itch on my back. I'm trying to scratch it. But yeah, maybe I'll
Try a basketball game during the NBA Finals. Maybe I'll try. But let's see what we got here. So Smith was talking to the official. Excuse me. And I don't have the audio on the game, so I can't really tell what's happening. Smith went to the bench. And it looks like they made him leave. So we could see Mikko Koskinen in. I think by rule Smith might have had to leave. So yeah, Mikko Koskinen is in the game. So both guys in net now are not the guys that started the game. So Markstrom got pulled at the top of the third period after allowing 4 in the second. And Mikko Koskinen enters now after the hit by Luch on Mike Smith. So, yeah, you know, typical day in the NHL. We got 3 Flames in the box. Again, they're showing the same play. Lucic, I mean, Smith looked like he was okay, but I think by that, Edmonton's on a 5-minute power play. So yeah, it looks like, he got the, 5-minute major and the injection, so say goodbye to Luch, and, it looked like Smith was okay, but you can never tell. So I think they took him off just because of protocol reasons. It looked like he wanted to play. So back up top are the Oilers. McDavid at the half wall on a 5-minute penalty. Back up top it goes for Nugent Hopkins. Back to McDavid at the top of the circle. Drops it down low for Draisaitl. Draisaitl has a sharp angle shot stopped by Vladar and no hold. So remember in the intermission when I was talking about a statement play? We might have just seen that. I didn't think it was going to be Milan Lucic plastering Mike Smith, but here we are, and that's what it turns out to be. 4:42 to go on the Edmonton power play. 11:07 to go in the third period. So by all accounts, this one is pretty much won by the Oilers, but I guess you can never know. You can never really say that, can you? Puck is sent all the way back down into the Oilers zone. It'll be picked up by Bouchard. He'll send it up to Draisaitl, who drops it back for McDavid. McDavid will carry over the blue line with speed. McDavid on his backhand. Tries to center one there for Zach Hyman, and that one wouldn't go. And the puck was taken by the Flames, and they'll send it all the way back down. Bouchard will send it up for McDavid. McDavid carries over the blue line with speed. McDavid once again on his back. It spins and tries to send it back over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl sends it to Bouchard. Bouchard over to Nugent Hopkins. Back over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back up top for Bouchard, and the drive is blocked in front. And the rebound picked up by Nugent Hopkins. McDavid with it now, spinning below the circle into the corner. He's battling Michael Stone, and then Branson and another Oiler join the fray, and the Flames eventually get it and dump it the length of the ice. So 3:35 to go on the Edmonton power play, and we are under 10 minutes to go in the third period. Darnell Nurse keeps it away from Coleman. Sends it up. And the Oilers look to break out. It's McLeod over the blue line for Yamamoto. McLeod in the corner. Hit by Lindholm. And the Flames have the puck. It's Coleman. Could be a 2-on-3. Coleman sends it over for Lindholm. Lindholm back down for Hanifin. Fans on the shot. Hanifin takes another shot, and that one's stopped by Koskinen. And behind the net, Duncan Keith will pick it up. 2:57 to go on the Edmonton power play. Over the red line now. Kane centers one for Yamamoto. Couldn't handle it, and the Flames will send it back down again. 2:43 to go on the Edmonton power play. 9:06 to go in the third. Hyman over the blue line. Hyman. There's a chip one behind the net for McDavid. Pass was a little too hot, and it'll skip back out to center ice and get a stoppage of play. With 8:49 to go in the third. 2:24 on the Oilers power play. And it looks like Connor McDavid is going to go to the penalty box, so we'll be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. McDavid is in the box. And the call is going to be hooking. So McDavid in the box for 2 minutes for hooking, and then they're still on the 5-minute major for Lucic, so it's going to be 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Oilers will have 24 seconds of power play time remaining once the 4-on-4 concludes. Draw is to the left of Koskinen. Oilers win the draw. Behind the net it goes. Cody Ceci will play it up around the boards. And the Oilers is looking to get out of their own zone, and they do. Ceci carries over the red line. Ceci with it now at the dot goes and tries to center a pass, and it goes all the way through. And then another shot from the circle is swallowed up by Vladar, and no hold. Shot by Darnell Nurse. His stick broke. And a minute 44 to go on the 4-on-4. Oilers win the draw. It's Zach Hyman twisting and turning with it. Hyman in the crease, takes a shot, and it's stopped there by Vladar. Rebound comes to Gaudreau. Gaudreau gets over to Anderson, and both teams will take a little bit of a break to kind of reset. Flames have it. They'll chip it up to neutral ice, and it'll be picked off by Ceci. Pass intended for Gaudreau. And the Oilers have it. They'll twist the puck around the boards, and they'll look to break out. Yamamoto. Pass was picked off by Johnny Gaudreau. Tried to send it over to Kachuk, and that one was intercepted by the Oilers. So here they come over the red line. Darnell Nurse circling around, looking for reinforcements. Just trying to kill some clock. 7:45 to go until the Oilers take a 2-1 series lead. Yamamoto dumping it back for Ceci behind his own net. And up top for Nurse. Nurse felt the forecheck there for one of the Flames, and he'll send it back for McLeod. McLeod will get it back up for Yamamoto, and Yamamoto carries it over the Flames on with speed. Yamamoto stops and twists and turns at the boards, looking for reinforcements. Doesn't have any. He's getting hounded by Backlund, and he'll just send it back to his defense. And Tyson Berry will carry it over the blue line, and he'll take a sharp angle shot, and that'll hit the pipe and go out of play. 7:10 to go in the third period. 21 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Excuse me, and the Oilers will have 24 seconds of power play time once the 4-on-4 concludes. They have a 4-0 lead in this game, and that'll pretty much do it. So Mike Smith did go back to the locker room, and Mike Smith is now back, and he's receiving a standing ovation from the Edmonton crowd as Mike Smith has returned to the game with 7:10 to go in the third. It'll take some time to warm up in the crease and draw in the Flames zone. The Flames will win it, and they'll look to get it out. Right now, it's about the Flames trying to break the shutout. Yarncrook over his own blue line, over the red line, and he'll hand it over. Behind the Oilers, and it goes Smith. Tries to work around the boards. Brett Kulak is handed by Yarncrook, and in the corner they battle. Trevor Lewis spins it around. McDavid the first one on it. 12 seconds to go in the Edmonton power play. And 6:30 to go in the the third period. Hanifin has it now, trying to look to break out and get something over the Flames. Flames dumping it in. Mangiapane with it. He'll send it around the boards. First man on it is Duncan Keith. No pressure there. And he'll work it back out to center ice. Rasmus Anderson stretch pass for Backlund. Backlund to Mangiapane. Try to go back to Backlund. Instead comes with Zadorov, and he takes a shot, and it goes wide. Rebound. Picked up there by the Flames. A backhand shot by Mangiapane is stopped by Smith. And behind the net is Tkachuk. Tkachuk looking. Circling. Now he's back up top of the point. Tries to go across the line for Stone. Pass was intercepted by Hyman, and Hyman applying the forecheck here. He's in the far corner now. Hyman hounded by Stone. Stone able to get the puck away. Hyman picks it back up in the slot. Hyman with a shot and a stop made by Vladar. He'll turn it away into the far corner. Flames pick it up, and now they work over the blue line. It's Lindholm working on Nurse. Oilers are able to take the puck away, and Hyman will chip it up and out to center. McLeod has it. The puck is stripped away from him by Kylington, but is bounced around and eventually works its way over to Darnell Nurse. Nurse moves it up to McLeod. McLeod bounces off the boards, looking for one of his teammates, and they'll turn it over to Kylington. Kylington gets it up to Dubé. Dubé with a shot, and it goes high and wide, and around the boards it comes, held in by Goodbranson. Flames now swatting at it, trying to keep it in. Cross crease pass there, shot there, and they score, and it's Oliver Kylington, and he breaks the goose egg for the Calgary Flames. So the Flames finally get on the board with 4:51 to go. And it's Kylington. His first goal of the playoffs and his second point overall. He had 9 goals in the regular season. There's a cross-crease pass from Yarncrook to Kylington, and Kylington is able to beat Smith high. And there's really no chance for Smith on stopping that one. Smith was sliding backwards into his net. So the Flames are able to break the shutout, and that is Oliver Kylington's first career playoff goal. So congratulations to him. And the Flames have shown a spark. They win the draw and then look to get back up. Tkachuk over the blue line. Takes a shot. Blocked and sent to the far corner. Anderson plays it around for Tkachuk. Tried to center one, and the puck ping-pongs around, and it's eventually picked up by Cassian. And he will send it all the way back down into the Flame zone. First man on it is Archibald. Good hustle there. Shot there by Archibald is blocked in front, and he takes a hit, and he is down. And he's still slow to get up. Flames go the other way, and Hanifin has it now and his own zone. Fans wanted to call on the Archibald hit. The refs weren't going to give it to him. 4:09 to go in the third period. Over the line now. Tkachuk looking for reinforcements. He's got him. Lindholm in the far corner. Around the net it goes for Kylington. The Flames' only goal scorer. Cross-crease pass. Tried to go for Lindholm. Pass was too hot for him. And Kylington is able to keep it in. Kylington down low for Gaudreau. Tried to go back in for a centering pass. Goes all the way up, back up top for Goodbranson. Goodbranson sends it down low. Gaudreau behind the net. Centering pass again. And for the second straight time, nobody is there for the Flames. And this time it'll go all the way back down. And it'll be played by Vladar. 3:34 to go in the third period. Gaudreau over the red line will dump it in, and first man out is Darnell Nurse. He's hit by Brett Ritchie. McDavid there to help out, and the Oilers once again will get it back down, and this one will go for an icing. 3:19 to go in the third period. Oilers with a 4-1 lead, and for the Calgary Flames, they most recently scored, but for them it was important that they were able to at least break the goose egg heading into Game 4. And by all accounts, they have done what they needed to do. What I said that they needed to do at the top of the second intermission is, one, make a statement. They hit Mike Smith. Leon Lucic did, so I guess that'll make a statement, I guess, if you want to say that, Will. But, and then score, and then break the goose egg, which they did. So, now, they head into Game 4. They're going to probably be down 2-1, but you never know. Working in deep. Toffoli in the far corner. Work it around. Flames. Hannafin able to keep it in. Toffoli with it now along the half wall. Toffoli centering pass there. Twisting around was Trevor Lewis, and he couldn't get a shot off on the back end, and the Oilers will work it back up to center ice where Puljujarvi can gain the line and just dump it in. Hannafin from behind the net will play it up. And here come the Flames. They'll dump it in. Smith will stop it, but it'll be picked up there by Brett Ritchie. Ritchie will get it to Yarncrook, and centering pass for Dubé. How for him to handle. He'll play it around the net. Back up top it goes. Shot there by Stone. Saved made by Smith. And on the rebound, it's picked up by Puljujarvi, but it looks like we're going to have a penalty on the play with 2:16 to go, and Nugent Hopkins is barking at the official, so he might be the culprit. So they go to commercial, and having a little bit of a lag here. So I apologize to you guys if you experience some lag. I've had some technical difficulties throughout the course of this game, so again, I'm sorry for that. It's probably me on my end, so I apologize. But it's been a good stream so far, aside from the technical difficulties. We saw a scoreless first period, and then Zach Hyman was able to break the ice at the top of the second period, and then Evander Kane stole the show with a natural hat trick, and that made it 4-0 Edmonton. And then most recently, Oliver Kylington got his first career playoff goal on a feed from Calle Yarncrook, and that broke the shutout for Mike Smith. And so, with just about 2.5 minutes to go in the third period, the Oilers have a 4-1 lead and are most likely going to take a 2-1 series lead heading into Game 4. And it is Ryan Nugent Hopkins that does indeed go to the penalty box. So 2:16 seconds to go. 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go. And he finds himself into the box. Flames to the power play. Draws at the near circle. Oilers win the draw, and they are able to get it out. Vladar will play it and leave it for Hannafin. Over the red line, here come the Flames. Backlund. He went deep for Dubé. Dubé twists and turns and sends one around the net. Oilers are able to grab it and send it out. Final 2 minutes of the game. 1:33 to go on the Calgary power play. Dubé will send it around the net. Smith couldn't play it. Picked up by the Oilers, though, and once again, they will chop at it and send it back down. And not a lot of urgency from the Flames, so I think they have come to terms with their reality, and the Oilers are going to take a 2-1 series lead. Gaudreau slides it over at the blue line. Lindholm was trying to get something going. Slides it line to line for Gaudreau. Up top, shot, and it goes wide. Kept in by Anderson. Anderson down low. Across now for Gaudreau. Gaudreau at the top of the near circle. Gaudreau down low now. Takes a shot and stopped by Smith. Another shot is stopped by Smith with 1:01 to go in the period and 45 seconds to go on the Calgary power play. So, the Edmonton Oilers are going to take a 2-1 series lead. Oilers win the draw, and once again, they dump it back down. Crowd is on their feet now, saluting their team, and it's a solid performance by the Oilers tonight. Gaudreau over the blue line, over to Chuck. Tries to center one over, and a pass is deflected, and will come back down to the Flame zone. 37 seconds to go in the third period, and the Oilers played a good game all around, defensively and offensively. What more can you ask for? Their fans are saluting them now. On their feet, a standing ovation for the Edmonton Oilers. 21 seconds to go. Gaudreau over the blue line, looking for something to happen. The pass is picked off and tipped back out into the Flame zone. 15 seconds to go, and stolen away by Hyman. Puck is bouncing around off the skate of McLeod. A shot there, and it goes wide by a shot by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And 5, 3, 1, and that will do it. The Edmonton Oilers, with a solid second period featuring an Evander Kane natural hat trick, win 4-1 and take a 2-1 series lead over their rival, the Calgary Flames. So, that is your final score. Oilers 4, Flames 1, and the Oilers took a 2-1 series lead heading into Game 4. So, for the Oilers, solid performance all around. They were fantastic offensively and defensively. 4 goals in the second period. Natural hat trick by Evander Kane. Zach Hyman got the other goal. Solid game for the Oilers all around. Really, really impressive. And, they look really solid heading into Game 4. As for the Flames, not so much. Oliver Kylington broke the shutout late into the third period, getting his first career playoff goal. But overall, not a whole lot going offensively for the Flames. Tough night for them offensively, and they weren't able to really get anything going. And the Oilers made the most of their opportunities. The Flames did not. I'm noticing that Oilers are getting a lot of quick breaks on turnovers, and they're capitalizing on them. The Flames aren't doing that. They're not getting any quick odd man rushes. So Oilers win 4-1. Solid showing by them. The Flames, Daryl Sutter will probably be saying something to them, and it'll be interesting to see how they rebound from this, you would say, disappointing performance from them, considering we know what they can do offensively. Just take a look at Game 1. So it'll be interesting to see how they rebound heading into Game 4. Will the Flames tie it up 2-2, or will the Oilers take a 3-1 series lead headed back to the Saddle Dome? I will see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching, and I'm Guy from Pulse Sports. Good night.